Muted us, we are here. Hello, everyone. Hello, it's us.
Hello.
How are you, Enna Alouette?
I am so tired. I just woke up, literally.
Did you
10
actually,
minutes
like,
ago.
right before the collab you woke up?
I woke up at exactly 8:45, and then I was like,
So 15 minutes before the... Actually, when did I message you? I'm gonna check.
like literally a minute after I woke up.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
Crazy.
though. Oh my god. But welcome, guys. It's me and Enna, the worst duo in NIJISANJI. Welcome.
No.
Okay, who's worse? Ow! Let's put you on the spot.
No, my brain is not awake yet. We're not the worst duo.
I mean, how many times have we even duoed? I think the only times we have is...
It was for It Takes Two.
Yeah, It Takes Two.
That took like over a year to complete.
Enna's a bit low. Don't worry, I'll bump her up. I have my settings wrong.
My XLR.
No, that's my fault. I have you minus 13 decibels.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay.
How to say we're just colleagues.
Yo, can you get your wing out of my fucking face? What's your problem?
It's not even touching you.
It's almost touching me. It's in my vicinity.
Fucking Luxiem, man, I swear to god.
Well, do you know what we're doing today, Enna?
Okay, this is funny because Mysta was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do something else. And then literally yesterday I saw a hashtag that was on Twitter trending. It was like hashtag Menna advice. And I was like, who the fuck is Menna? And then I pressed on it and I was like, hey Mysta and Enna, I have this fungi on my toe. And I'm like, what? So then I was like, okay, I think Mysta wanted us to do an advice stream.
I mean, to be fair, that's not my fault. That's not my fault.
I know. It's not your fault.
Everyone, the talent show can't happen. Unfortunate reasons. No. Sorry,
It would have been a longer process to set up.
Right before the stream, Enna was like, I'm still gonna like be here, so don't say anything like bad.
Oh yeah, I was like, pull it back by 50%.
So I
but
just
then in my head I'm like, if it's either of us, it's probably going to be me.
I held myself back. I'm holding myself back. But I mean, this is not a cancel stream. This stream today is an advice stream, and we give pretty good advice, I think. I've seen you give advice on clips.
Yeah,
I've seen you tell your viewers to like do stuff to themselves, you know?
Whoa, what? What clip? Are you sure it was me?
I think so. I mean, to be fair, I think you've done like these type of advice streams before, I'm pretty sure. Right?
No. I've never done an advice stream. I only just preach.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, but it's not like a designated stream. It's just every stream I'm preaching about.
Our savior. Oh, I'm gonna go through the hashtag. I looked through it a little bit, but I didn't pick out anything in particular, and I didn't look very long. So, I'll just pick out the first one that I see, which is this one. And I'll put it on the screen now. So, the first one, the first advice we have to give is... Boom! Hi, Mysta. Hi, Enna. So I've had this issue recently where this damn corporation keeps taking my money. I'm under the age of 21 and I am a full-time student, so I'm unemployed and money is hard to come by. Recently, this company called Anycolor keeps dropping merch and I black out and suddenly now my wallet is empty. I don't know how or why this is happening, but all I know is my bank account is bone dry and my shelf is filling up with these weird acrylic stands of cringe 2D anime characters. Any advice?
You should sue Anycolor.
Sue them? Probably win.
How dare they make you black out and then your wallet's empty.
I mean, listen, man, be more responsible with your money, okay? Do you really need to spend money on 2D anime characters? No. Only on me. Not this one. This other
He's
one.
leaving, so there's no point getting any more merch.
No. I'm leaving, so that means this is the last time you can give me money. Don't you understand?
This is the last time you can give me money, because I might be canceled after this stream, so yeah. Watch out. I might just leave the same day as Mysta, so...
Oh god.
If there's anybody that you should be buying, it's probably just us two.
Exactly. Anna could leave at any moment. Just
I literally could.
I remember seeing a clip of you from a long time ago that was like, if you were to like leave, you want to open a flower shop or something.
Yeah, I was just thinking it would be more quiet.
More calm.
Yeah, just, you know, be humble.
I think... Well, how much business does a flower shop even give?
I don't know, but I don't think I would be able to, like, afford it. Because you'd have to pay for the rent, and then you'd have to set everything up, and yeah.
I'm just wondering, because do people go to flower stores? I don't think I've ever been.
Are you trying to say my future dream job has no business?
I'm letting you come to your own conclusions. I'm not telling you anything.
My dad visits it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Some people's mums do in the chat. Okay. You get all the MILFs. That's good then.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, guys. I'm not saying you have to buy acrylic stands of 2D anime characters, but it kind of helps, you know? It helps Enna fulfill her dream of being a florist. And it fulfills my dream of having money when I leave. So, make sure you guys do that. Next question. I don't think we helped at all, to be honest, but...
Okay, are we, like, giving real advice? Or, like...
We can give as much advice as you want to give.
Okay. I mean, girl, I don't know. Just watch out.
Watch out?
Watch out.
That's kind of threatening, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, no, I don't mean it I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, just, you know, be more mindful.
Yeah, be more mindful of your spending. Come on now.
Yeah. Like, you don't really need to buy, like, I don't know.
Of course. You don't need to buy an ENNA Aloe acrylic stand.
You don't need to buy a Vox Akuma merch. He already has, like, so many other people buying his merch. Help the poor people.
Oh my god. Okay, next question is from Jinwoo. Is it worth it to work 2 full-time jobs? What do you mean?
This girl, I follow her because one time, you know the For You page? I just saw her like spamming so much things about you, and I was like, man, this girl
that doesn't
loves you
happen.
so much.
I'm checking.
Yeah, and she's so cute.
Oh, I follow them.
I followed her.
I didn't even know. Well,
Yeah.
they asked, is it worth it to work 2 full-time jobs to double your income? That means you have to work 16 hours a day too. I just feel like I have to overwork myself to be more productive, and so I could save more money to buy myself a house, but I'll have no time for other things.
You know what? I used to work like minimum wage, and it was really hard. I worked like, it was part-time, but it was full-time hours. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, I had a 0-hour contract. I don't know if you had that.
Yeah. Is that legal?
Basically, they say like, it's like a weird legal, not legal thing. It's like, they can give you no hours, but they can also give you too many hours. It's really odd. I had too many hours. It was terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't sound legal, but
Yeah.
I don't personally think it's worth it, because the thing is, it's like, I think like I'll overwork so much I would get sick, and then I would have to take days off or like use the money that I earned for like
Health.
medicine, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
And it would just kind of just stay stagnant anyways.
Yeah, I think I agree. It depends on like your current situation. Like, can you live comfortably without doing 2 full-time jobs, you know? Like, if you're living with your parents or something, you probably don't need 2 full-time jobs unless your parents just can't afford the rent. And even then, I feel like it's always better to just have 1 full-time job and then ask for more hours than get 2 different jobs.
Yeah.
Like, that's just too much. I
Also,
don't know.
like, if you think about it, like, getting 2 full-time jobs, well, depending on where it is, I guess, like, you'd have to spend money on transportation.
Yeah, exactly.
Get to your other job, and then, you know, 1 job with more hours would be a little bit more efficient in cost, too.
Yeah, exactly. Less travel costs.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're on like that grind set mindset, you want to be a Sigma male, then like you just don't care about anyone around you, you just want to get that dough, then I think this is a good idea. Fuck it, dude. Go for it. But if you're not on that grind set and you just want to live a life, I don't think you should do this. Hell no.
I don't think you should do it unless your health can take it.
Yeah. Unless you can actually physically take it. Because I think a lot of people, especially when I mean, I'm pretty young already, but like when you just start getting a job, I feel like people underestimate how much jobs like affect your mental and physical. Like,
Oh yeah.
at the beginning,
definitely.
you're like, oh my god, this is way better than school. I don't have to do this or this. And then like after a month, you're like, fuck, I want
It's
to die
true.
IRL in game. You know?
Me.
So getting 2 of those? Oh, hell nah. I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Be careful with your health, please.
Yeah, be careful, be careful. I'm gonna get another one right now. So thank you for your question. I hope our advice helped. We are truly the best advice givers.
Woo.
Thanks, Jinwoo. The next one is this. Oh, it's very big. All right. You know, I probably should proofread these before just putting them on the screen.
They're not okay.
No, I'm just... Anyway, hi, Mr. and Enna. My name is Yi. I'll be straightforward here. Next year, my company assigned me to Dubai for work purposes, and I'll be the only young girl in a team of 5 adult men, all married, working together in the oil and gas industry. I'm seeking advice on how a young girl can survive in a massive city alone after work hours. Should I spend my own time or stick with the men? But I'm too shy, even though they're my bosses and co-workers. P.S. Mysta, feel free to get... Wait, what? Feel free to give your opinion too. Hey, I thought this was a question for both of us. What?
It's like, yeah, anyways, you said, yeah, if you want, you can put in your 2 cents too.
What the hell is that?
Well, Yi specifically asked for me. Okay,
I guess.
So, like, I used to work, you know, the night shift, so I would go home at, like, the most terrible... Like, I would go home at the hours where, like, you would probably get kidnapped, you know? So I know my way around.
Same.
First of all, if you are working with people you trust, okay? I don't know who these 5 adult men are, but if you get to know them and you know that you can trust them, try to stick with them, especially if you're going home very late. And if they are significantly older than you, usually they would kind of offer to like give you a ride back home, just like as an adult who is responsible.
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
sort of thing.
I mean,
So, take advantage
that will
of that.
probably happen. Yeah, make sure you mention it to them, you know? Like, if you just say,
yeah.
oh, I'm kind of like, I have to walk home alone. You don't even have to ask. If you just say, oh, I'm going to walk home alone at night, they're going to be like, huh?
Yeah.
The
A lot of
fuck?
the times, my older colleagues, if they knew that I was gonna go home really, really late and they were working with me, they would be like, hey, I'll drop you like on my way.
Yeah.
No biggie. Yeah.
Exactly. And, you know, I think it is pretty scary to work in a, like, all alone in a new city.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things that you'll adapt to pretty fast. I think so.
Yeah.
Because, like, at first the city is overwhelming, but then you realize that you're only staying in a very small area of the whole city. You're not exploring, like, the entirety. And
Exactly.
yeah, once you get used to that small area, you'll probably be like, oh, it's not that bad. You know?
Yeah. I would also suggest like staying where there's more light and more people. Well, okay. Well, you gotta be careful because sometimes there's like these areas where there are a lot of people, but those people are like sussy.
Yeah.
So
you know what
avoid
I
those
do?
areas,
Whenever I go
but-
past one of those areas, I pretend to be on my phone and be angry. I'm like, I put my
Honestly,
phone to my ear
that
and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
what?
I was gonna say though, yeah, that's a good idea though, because like sometimes what I do is I just pretend. Well, I don't pretend. I actually call somebody on the phone.
Oh, you actually call
So
someone.
when people know that you're on the phone with someone, there's less likely of you like being harassed.
You have
'cause
people
they're
to
like,
call?
Oh, shit.
What is this flexing?
Well, I mean, like for example, my dad. Like, I'm going home by
Shit,
myself in the dark.
flexing
and
you
be
have
like,
a dad, bro? Oh my god!
Yeah, Mysta.
Come on, that's a low
find
blow.
Yeah, being on your phone is a good idea, and please try to just like get home as soon as possible if you are gonna be walking home.
Yeah,
alone.
exactly.
Yeah, don't like waste too much time like
Because
doing other
we
things.
give you this advice. I did not take this advice when I was like working. I used to work from 12 till 10 at night, and I'd leave work to walk home at 11 at night. And it's like a
Yeah.
20-minute walk in the dark. And
it.
I feel like I should take this advice myself, to be honest.
You just walk in the dark.
Yeah, I would walk in the dark because, I mean, no one's ever hurt me, so I just kept doing it.
Yeah, you know what? There's like this. Honestly, like men get harassed too, but like
Yeah.
it's not taken as seriously.
I think it's a lot scarier for women to walk in the dark than men. Or is that a controversial statement that's gonna get me cancelled?
No. I think like statistically, yes,
Yeah,
because there's more like crime rates.
right. I feel like it's
Women,
more
like,
likely
getting, like-
that you're gonna come
Yeah.
across like a drunk pack of bros than a drunk pack of gals.
I
You
mean,
know,
literally
at least in the
sometimes
UK.
in the daytime, I get harassed by just random people.
Right. So just try to take our advice that was good and not the advice that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
I'll find a new
Bye-bye.
one now. Yeah, good luck. You're gonna do amazing, I'm sure. That'll be easy.
Yeah, congrats on the job. That's a big thing. Oil industry, man.
Oil industry. Does that mean you have to touch oil? Or
I don't know,
just
but I
look
know
at it?
anything that relates to oil is a lot.
All right, I got another one. Hashtag men advice. Men are... Oh, wow. I just realized what the
Enna.
hashtag sounds like. Hi, Mr. and Enna.
Manhada?
My elder sister got a puppy without us agreeing to her actions. She only cares about herself and doesn't care if the environment is suitable for keeping a dog. The dog barks like crazy while we're eating in the living room, even when he is fully fed. So I have to eat my dinner in my room to avoid the high-pitched yipping, driving me crazy. Any good advice to free me from this misery?
Can't
Kill
tell
it.
if you hate your older sister more or if you hate the dog. Shit, I was gonna say eat the dog. Well,
I mean,
just sit at the dinner table and be like, "Where's your dog? You like my dinner tonight?"
the way that they're describing it
just-
makes me think it's a chihuahua, so it probably deserves it, to be honest.
Why was they so cute though?
How? Their eyes are like bulging out their head.
That's what they look like.
That's gross, man. The fuck?
That's how they look like. I don't know.
I mean, first of all, you should... If your sister is not, like, training the dog, if you really want this to change, maybe you can take on the position of training. I know you didn't get the dog, but, like, if it's affecting you that bad, then you might have to step in. And you know what? Maybe that dog will listen to you after a while. You'll train it. You won't be crazy anymore. And that dog will like you more than your sister. And that's a good thing.
I think that's actually really good advice. Like dogs warm up to people quite
Yes.
quickly. So if they know that you're the one taking care of them and playing with them all the time, they listen to you.
Yeah, they do.
To be petty and to also get revenge on your older sister, I would get the dog to like you.
Exactly. Like,
And
get
then
it...
you control the dog.
Yeah, get it to the point where the dog only responds to you, and then like they'll just give you the dog after, and then you'll be a tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if you don't want to go through all that effort, just put in like AirPods and put like, I don't know,
Every time they have
reduction.
dinner.
Yeah, let's put noise reduction on. Don't talk. I'm assuming that if they're eating dinner and they're yipping, it's probably because that they want the food that you have. So
They just want.
if they're not doing that any other time other than the food, you can easily train them for that because it's like a very specific thing. Like, you know what causes it. It's the food. So maybe what you can do is you can get treats and then, like, I've trained dogs before. I've trained my Pomeranian and I've trained a Border Collie, which is a working dog.
Aww.
So what I did is they did a similar thing like this. If you keep treats nearby and then you tell them to, like, stop barking, or the moment they stop barking, you give them a treat and you reinforce that on them every time. They don't get anything unless they stop barking. Then gradually add more steps until they just don't bark at all. And they'll expect a treat after your meal. Once they are silent for your whole meal, just give them a treat after your meal. And they'll always expect a treat after their meal as long as they're quiet, right? Also, look into clicker training. Clicker training is really effective.
It's clicker training.
It's like, you can buy this little thing you hold in your hand and you press it with your thumb and it goes like, it makes like a big click noise. So they associate that noise with like a treat. It's really good.
Oh, it's that, they talk about that in science class, like behavioral.
Yeah.
thingy. Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're
some
talking
people
about,
do
yeah.
Sometimes.
There's like the dog that salivates whenever they hear like a thing.
Yeah, the bell.
Yeah. But you could go either that way, eat the dog, do what I said. Who fucking cares?
Whoa.
Next.
Only been 20 minutes.
Okay, this one's one that I don't think I can answer very well, but maybe you can. I'm just gonna screenshot it quickly. It's about fashion. I feel like you probably know more about fashion than me.
Do I sound like someone who knows anything about fashion?
Well, you like flower shops. I feel like that's...
What does that have to do with fashion?
It's like fresh, you know? Floral. Here we go. They said, as someone who's into alt fashion, please tell me more about the accessories you like to wear, like rings, necklaces, chokers, chains, belt, blah, 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 blah. What do you wear?
The fuck is alt fashion?
I don't know.
Wait,
Alternative
let me search that
fashion?
up. Oh, alternative? Okay.
Yes.
Well, you know, I really do like, you know, I like, you know how Harajuku fashion and stuff like that?
Fashion?
You know, like fashion from Harajuku, it's like kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really like every type and it's really cool. I don't think I can ever really pull it off. But like, at the same time, I usually don't wear like necklaces, rings, chokers. The most I would wear is maybe earrings. Because like, I just don't like accessories on my body. If I can feel it, so it bothers me.
How many,
I usually wear like all black so I can like kind of show people that I'm depressed without really saying so.
That's what I did when I was like 7 on Club Penguin, wearing a black hoodie. It's like, don't mess
You're
with me.
calling me a 7-year-old.
No, I still kind of do the same. You know what? When you wear just black clothing all the time, it's really hard to start wearing color. I found it so hard.
I mean, this is what I do. I wear like usually like all black, but like one pop of color. So
Right.
it could be like my shoes or like
Oh yeah.
top or something. Then it looks more balanced.
Do you have many piercings?
Guess how many piercings I have?
2? Like one on
No, I
each
have
ear?
0.
But how do you wear earrings?
Clip-ons!
Oh
I am
my
like a
god, she's
7-year-old
like me
shit.
for real.
Well, because like I don't know if I'm allergic to like metals, so I just put the clip-ons, and the clip-ons like look super real
They
nowadays.
do,
so.
yeah, they do.
I'll have
I
to,
wear
like-
clip-ons too.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Oh my god!
Clip-ons don't hurt. What are you talking about? No, if they hurt, you're
don't.
putting it way too tight. Like,
Yeah.
way too tight. You can control it, like how tight it is.
There's ones where you can just like literally hook on and you
Yeah.
won't feel anything.
You don't feel anything, and it doesn't fall out. It's really good. Alt fashion? Alt fashion. I mean,
Okay.
you should
You.
try wearing like that fucking Roblox thing that Kanye West wears. I think that would be pretty
What?
good for alt fashion. you know the big Roblox like he wore this thing not that long ago. He's like it's like a shirt with like the shoulder pads and it's like Roblox looking art.
Oh, I saw this in an NV.
And it's like a rugby player. Like wait, no, not the music video. I'll send you it right now.
Oh,
Yeah, look.
it's not the one that looks like a couch.
Not the one with Lil Pump. This one. He's wearing it out in public. It's not even a music video. It's real. Like real life. Look at this shit.
What the fuck is that? Wait, look, who's that next to him?
I think it's his wife.
That looks like a. That's his wife.
Yeah, I think so.
This looks like a representation. Is that Kim Kardashian?
No, they split up.
I don't know. I don't watch TV. Well, this woman looks like she's literally in the middle of like a black hole.
Looks like
and he's
foreskin,
about to be
bro.
like sucked into it. What is happening with? Okay, I really appreciate fashion and fashion statement, but sometimes fashion I'm just like I could fucking stick a tinfoil up my ass, walk outside and be like I'm trying to make a statement. Like it's gotten to that point sometimes, and I'm just like okay guys,
It's
just
about
wear
the
a black
message,
t-shirt,
Enna.
okay?
It's about the message.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Messages, there's a fucking metal tinfoil in my ass.
Oh, I mean, I just wear clip-on earrings and necklaces, and I also wear watches. I've been getting into watches a little bit.
Oh, what kind of watch?
Well, the first ever watch I ever bought was a Gucci watch, which I really regret.
Okay, Mysta. Okay. Gucci.
Yeah, the more I like look into watches, the more I realize that Gucci don't make very good watches. But
Oh shit, really?
yeah, I mean, they're good if you. It's good like when people look at it and they go, "Oh my god, it's Gucci."
I mean, if you don't want your Gucci watch, like I could visit next month and you could pass it to me or something. I don't know. Like, I would happily take it for free.
Oh, for free? You're not gonna pay anything? Not even-
Why would you?
Why would I give it for free?
Why not? You don't like it? I'll take it off your hands.
Like it more than you.
Win-win. Yeah.
Just kidding.
What? Gonna get my own Gucci watch right now. The maid.
Anyway, thanks for the question. Next up, we have. Okay, I should proofread one of these. Let's see.
Yes, you should.
Hmm.
Not one of these. You should be proofreading.
All of them?
Yeah.
God, fine. But there's so many words. It's like, bro, I can't read this shit.
Just like skim it.
Okay, singing. Okay, this said singing, so I'm gonna just take it. I didn't read it, but it said singing. You know about singing, so this will be good. I hope. I was like singing the most racist thing. Okay, how do I sing like a racist songs to my parents? Can you give me advice, please?
Shit. No comment.
Let's see. Aha! Okay. Dear Enna, oh yeah, and Mysta, I guess. Wow, I didn't even read that. What?
Okay, it says JK my cameo. You're like, wow, okay.
I don't
Okay.
believe that. I really
Me
want to be
too.
better in terms of singing and songwriting, and yes, you're the one that's going to be forced to give me an advice. Do you have any tips to improve? As of now, I've performed a few times as a singer, and in a band at school and in choirs, but not every performance is perfect. I always get nervous and mess it up because of anxiety of many people watching and lack of confidence. I also have a lot of passion in writing and creating music, but it's not easy for me to get inspired. Thank you for the help. Well, I feel like you're way more experienced than me. I've only made one song.
I mean, you literally just made an original.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, but still one.
I would say I'm not like a singer. I don't sing all the time and I don't like practice it, but I feel like you're right on the money with the confidence part being a reason you might not think you're good at singing. Because the moment I started getting more comfortable with singing on live stream, I felt like people said I sounded better the moment I was like
Yeah.
more confident.
The thing with music is, it's really hard to be confident I know maybe some people might not believe me, but every time I've done a karaoke, I've always made at least 3 to 5 mistakes. That's a lot because I only sing like 5 songs.
Right.
Okay, and a lot of people might. The thing is like you yourself tend to like keep track of those mistakes, but people
Yeah.
listening don't really like
Yeah, people don't.
keep track of it.
They don't care.
Especially if you just keep going. Some people don't even like count it as a mistake. They might even think it's a style.
Yes, I
So
would
there's
say,
that.
like, just compare it to jazz. I suppose. Like, people
Yeah.
make mistakes in jazz, but they work with it, and then you don't even realize it's a mistake. You know, kind of like
Yeah.
that.
And another thing is like when you're singing, um, you sing because you like it. Like very rarely do people do music because I don't know. Most people who do music, it's because like they're trying to like express something
Mm.
and because they like it. And so once you get into the mindset of like, oh yeah, this is something that I just really enjoy doing, like we can hear it. You know, people can hear that when you do it, even if you might not sound like, you know, Beyonce or, you know, the best of the best artists. Like there is definitely a big difference between someone who is singing for the sake of just singing versus someone who's singing and actually enjoying the music.
Yeah.
So, you know, try to just live for the moment, especially when you're performing. And that's usually when you sound your best too.
True dat, sister. I got no advice for this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I was just looking at this from a perspective, like, if I was applying this and you didn't say singing, you said like something else I would be passionate about, I think you're already doing what you need to do. Like, you saying you're going as a singer in a school band, you've been in choirs. I feel like doing more of that, the more you do it, the better you're gonna become. Like, you're gonna naturally get more confident. Just by doing what you're doing. Like, continue doing everything you're doing. You're on the right track. You don't really need to
just
change.
keep doing it.
Yeah, and I feel like this is cringe. I'm gonna compare this to Osu real quick, but a lot of new players in Osu, they go, oh man, I'm playing these songs, but I just can't get to 4-star. I can't get to 5-star songs. And like, what do I do, mister? What do I do? It's like, bro, just keep playing. Just keep retrying, keep doing it more and more and more, and eventually you pass it, and eventually it's easy. And that goes for everything in life. Like, you have to just keep going, even when it seems like it always feels like you're never making progress because you can't see your progress really. And then one day, it's always like that. It's always just one day. One day you wake up and you're like, what the hell? I'm actually okay. I can do this now. Like, it's never, you know, I'm starting to kind of feel it a little bit more today. No, it's always like, yesterday I felt like shit. Today I'm like, wow, how the hell am I this good?
Yeah, it's like me with Zomboid. Guys, remember when I first played Zomboid, I couldn't drive a single car without crashing it? Now I'm swooshing and whooshing. But the thing is, like, you also have to, like, not put too much, like, expectations on yourself because it's not realistic if you go into something and you're like, I'm gonna be like this.
Yes.
It's not gonna be realistic that you're gonna be like that the next day. You have to.
Yeah, I think especially for singing, because you're gonna compare your voice to people you like, right?
Yeah.
So, but the whole point of singing is to express your voice, not be someone else.
Exactly. Remember, nobody else has your voice.
Exactly. And with that,
for songwriting, I just want to add one more advice.
yeah.
Don't force it. The more you rack your brain about like trying to write a song, the more it's just gonna be empty and blank. I would suggest like listening to a lot of music and sometimes even just getting away from music. Sometimes when I go out, I think, oh, I want to listen to music, but I'm like, but I always do that. So, you know, touch grass, you know, go out and get away from music because sometimes you have to miss something in order to like yearn for it, you know?
I have a question for you, actually.
Yeah.
How did you come up with Roll That Dough?
Roll that dough.
Yeah.
Okay, so my producer friend, his name is Diego or Pretty Patterns.
Okay.
He had this track already made for someone else, but that person didn't end up using it, and even though he was the one like requesting it, and this sort of track is just something that Diego would never ever like produce. He only did it because he met this dude at a party, and the dude like convinced him that he was gonna be like a super duper good rapper, and he wanted to like recruit Diego, but he didn't end up like even showing up on the track at all.
I see.
So then, you know, Diego was talking about it, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, show me the track." So I listened to it, laughed my ass off because it was just something that he would never make, you know. And then I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take this track, give it to me, I'll adopt it." And then I literally just wrote it in like 20 minutes because I was hungry.
What?
I was hungry for like burritos. And yeah, and then I was just like, all right. And then I sent it to Diego, and Diego's like, why is this so good but so bad? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get a burrito though. So that's the story of Roll That Dough.
Well, I think, Megumi, you can take this advice. Just sometimes inspiration comes out of nowhere. Sometimes you just want a burrito, and now you've made a song.
Yeah.
You know? That's the way life is. Don't force it. Have a burrito. Next up, we have this random person. They said, I have trouble with piling on work, plus putting people's needs and emotions before my own to the point that I feel overwhelmed and stretched thin, yet I never feel like I'm doing enough. Just wondering if you two would have advice on dealing with it.
Oh my god.
You know, first
This
of all,
is
Junster, make
crazy.
sure that you're not editing any shorts for me because I'm literally dying in 20 days. Less. So stop doing that. Next.
Damn.
No idea.
Okay, I understand this because
Yeah.
I do this too. Sometimes I have to admit, sometimes I help people because I have so much like, how do I say this? I have so much things on my back, like problems, like burdens, I guess you could say, on my back, that sometimes when I try to help someone else's problem, it makes me feel good because I might not necessarily be able to really quote unquote solve my own problems. You know, because some problems are just there and it's not that it's not solvable, but it's just like you'll never really get like a solution to it, but you can definitely like get closure for it. It just takes a lot of time. So we all have those sort of like burdens on us. And I feel like a lot of the times I'm always putting other people's needs and emotions before my own because theirs is like something that from my perspective is something that I can like complete, you know, like I can help make this person feel better, which is kind of like a projection of maybe I might not be able to do that for myself. But you just have to understand that that might be where it's coming from, and I recently kind of like figured that out. So you really have to like understand your boundaries, because it's really great of you to do that for other people and it's coming from a good place. But if you're getting really tired from it, it means that you're not tending to yourself enough, and you're gonna continue to feel this way. And you might even like hold a little bit of resentment if you do it too much to like other people, because it's like, oh my god, I wish like you would help me the same way I help you, sort of thing. So hopefully you don't get to that point, but you should definitely put your own needs first. Otherwise you might like, you know, you might think a certain way towards other people that you don't ever want to think of. So definitely try to like understand like where is this coming from yourself. It's definitely a internal thing, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think in the same way but slightly different. For me, I've always kind of growing up lived in this fantasy world that if I put everyone's needs before mine, then people will like me and like be friends with me and want to hang around me. And the only thing that gives you is people taking advantage of you. I'm just going to be honest. It is what it is. Like, you don't gain friendship from that. You gain a one-sided friendship. You're friends with them and they keep you around because that they know you'll do something for them. And that's kind of happened to me a lot. And I'm in a position now where, I mean, I just don't give a fuck about people anymore. I don't care, man. Like, every time I hear about someone's, like, fucking, they want some needs from me, if it goes out of my way, like, it's not bad to say you can't do it. I know it feels bad, but, like, if it's going to affect your mental, then it's not worth it, man. It's not fucking worth it. Because in the end of the day, a lot of these people you talk to, you're never gonna fucking talk to them in 5-10 years anyway. So fuck it. Stop giving a fuck. You know what you are gonna talk to in 5-10 years? Your fucking brain. Because you're literally gonna be speaking in your mind every single day, listening to your own voice every single fucking day. And if that's affected, then you got fucking nothing, man. Don't let it affect you. Don't fucking let other people's, like, shit affect you. If it's like, oh man, one of my friends needs comforting because they had, like, a bad time, like a breakup or something, like, okay, that makes sense. But if it's like, man, they want comfort for 1 to 2 weeks every single day, they need your attention. If they don't have it, they get, like, really sad, and then you feel bad for that. And, like, that's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
That's a toxic friendship.
Yeah, that's toxic. And you need to realize that. I don't know if you're going through that, but, like, a lot of times it is that way, and you gotta realize it.
Yeah. So basically, put yourself first.
Really put yourself first.
Even if it's not, like, your first thought, you need to, like, make it a habit.
Yeah. That's not even friendship, that's just fake. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though. People don't realize that. I didn't realize that. You know?
Yeah. The thing is like, if you're a people pleaser, you automatically have people those type of people gravitate towards you. Maybe not every single person, but, like, most likely most of them are gonna be people who take rather than give.
Well, that's the thing. People sense it. They can sense if you give a lot. Like, and the moment they do, it's over, bro. It's over. So, yeah.
Oh my god, you were like, yeah, you're not gonna talk to these people in 5 years, and I'm just like, oh my god, you right. Bye, Mysta.
You're not gonna be talk to me in 1 month, bro. Fuck.
I know. But I think, like, for us, we don't talk ever.
Yeah.
I still, for some reason, think of you as, like, a pretty good friend.
Yeah, of course. I'm very much in the... I like having friends that I don't have to talk to all the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like, if we catch up once every half year or a year, I'd be like, oh my god.
That's the thing. It's always exciting.
Friends.
It's exciting, but because every time we catch up, so much has happened in, like, our lives. You're like, oh yeah, I went to this place, I did this. I'm like, what? You did all this? And I'm like, oh yeah, I went to this place and did this. And you're like, what? You're doing that? So it's always fun.
Like, because you still catch up after, like, a long time, it kind of shows that it's like, yeah, like, you are good friends.
Yeah, we even did that before the stream, like, right before.
Okay, that was like 5 minutes.
It was 5 minutes, but... Yeah, low maintenance friendships are so... There's nothing wrong with...
Nice.
Oh, well. Never mind.
I've literally gotten in trouble. Like, a lot of friends have messaged me saying that they feel upset that I don't talk to them enough.
Yeah, that happens
like,
a lot.
If I don't talk to them for, like, 2 to 3 months,
then it's like...
I've literally gotten a Google Doc of it. It was crazy. And I feel bad because I do kind of understand that not everybody kind of does that with their friendships, but sometimes I do, like, depending on the person, I guess.
Yeah, I am exactly the same way. Like, people... I feel like that's kind of what it was at the beginning when I joined. But now I'm pretty sure... everyone in the company knows, like, how I act. I think they probably know how you are, too. So, like, no one... At least for me, really comes to my DMs all the time, and if they do, they kind of expect
they stop DMing me.
Yeah, if they do, they expect a long, like, reply or like long time reply or whatever. It's not really weird anymore. But I think at the beginning it was like, oh shit, does he hate me? I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, people think I don't like them either.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's true, but it's not true 95% of the time. So,
No comment.
so if I don't like you, you're not gonna be able to tell. That's what I mean.
I don't agree with anything she just said except for a few things. So, next up, I'm gonna save this one. We have this one. I didn't read it, but I read the first part and it looked really cute.
The first word, okay.
Yeah, it said re-advice.
Mysta
Yeah.
and ENNA.
Hello, Mr. Re-advice and ENNA Alavice. See, isn't that cute?
Ooh.
I really want to get better at communicating without my hands shaking or my voice shaking. Barely have any friends because I don't speak that much to them, but at the same time I have no confidence, and whenever I try and practice I keep messing up. I really want to boost my confidence even just a little bit. The problem is that it's not easy for me to speak to them or recite in front of the class because I might mess up and they'll make fun of me. I think, okay,
God.
if you're scared of people making fun of you for messing up in front of a class, then you need to do the opposite. You need to own it. That's what I did in school. Like, if people make fun of me in school, if I made a joke of it myself, they stop making jokes at me. And then if they don't stop making jokes at me, they end up liking me. That has happened a lot. There was a lot of times in school where I was bullied, and then I made the same joke to myself, and then the bullies ended up being friends with me. And then they stopped being bullies. It's really odd. It's like a weird human psychology thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's so odd. Yeah, self-deprecation.
I agree with that, but I definitely know that it doesn't work for everyone because,
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
when I was in school, I had like really bad social anxiety. Like it would affect me physically. Like my vocal cords would close up. So like sound would not come out, and if it did, it would be like and sometimes I would feel like a little bit of like paralysis, like, you know, in my arms or like my neck. It was just like, it was a psychological thing, but it definitely does affect you physically if it gets to you like too much. So I totally understand. And I'm gonna be honest, if your hands are shaking and your voice is shaking because you're that anxious, this is gonna sound really difficult to do, but like, just let it happen, because let the worst of the worst happen. Because usually when I was like in school and I had to present in front of a class, that would be like the most dreadful thing to me. Like it would dread me for weeks if I knew I had a presentation coming up. And every single time I would just like, my voice would just sound really funny. It would sound very shaky, and I just look like a complete anxious mess. And everybody, like the 30 people in my class, would all witness that at the same time. And I would never be able to escape that. And only through like years and years of just like doing that over and over, you've already experienced the worst of the worst. Like everything that is a nightmare, you are already experiencing, okay? So once you understand that, and you're just like, well, I'm still alive, because afterwards you still, you know, you're still breathing.
Yeah.
You can go back into your cave. Once you start doing that a little bit more, you will get more confident. Like I promise. You just have to keep doing it. Like don't shy away from it. Don't like stop doing it. Like don't like call in sick and just be like, oh my god, I don't want to do it. The more you do it, the more you'll get used to it, and it's gonna be super duper uncomfortable, but like that is the only way.
Yeah. This is like an example that I have, but it probably won't apply to you, but this could apply to someone else who has a similar situation but might have my mindset. I always wanted to be a YouTuber. Always. I made my first YouTube video in 2008 when I was really young. And I made YouTube videos every single year because I wanted to be a YouTuber so bad, right? And when I was in school, when I do a presentation, I was so scared of doing presentations. But the one thing that made me have confidence in presentations was I imagined I was shooting a live YouTube video in front of like an audience, right? And when I put that into my brain, I thought, oh, this is like practice. There's like practice for when I record videos. Like I'm practicing saying stuff confidently for a video. And I blanked out all the faces. I didn't think about any of the people in the crowd. And I just thought in my head, I'm just saying this like it's a YouTube video. And that's what helped with me. But obviously that's very specific. So maybe it can help, maybe not.
I think it's good that we can provide like very different advice.
Yeah.
People, like, not all advice works for like every single one, you know?
Mm-mm. Content brain, exactly. Yeah, that only really works if you're in the same brain set, though.
Yeah, if you told me to, like, some people would tell me, just imagine everybody in their underwear. I'm like, I'm up there and I'm just like, I see every single person up here and they are not in their underwear. Like, I'm that kind of person. I'm just like, fucking bitch, what kind of, like, advice is this? Like, I'm fucking shaking my ass.
Yeah, that's
off.
never worked for me. I don't get that advice. It's the worst advice ever.
Some guy who
Alright,
didn't
next.
think about it.
Con in it, Mysta and ENNA! Today was my first day at my full-time job. My first full-time job. However, adapting to a new environment and living style makes me feel so overwhelmed and stressed out after today's work. Do you have any advice on how to overcome the changes and get along with my colleagues? Or what's your experience on that when you first joined NIJISANJI? Love a new wage slave, mistake, and Alapip. Okay. What do you think?
Okay, adapting to a new environment is always going to be stressful, so there's no way to kind of like, you know, it just takes time.
That's just a
know?
time thing, yeah.
Yeah. And then the thing with your colleagues is, something I learned, not just from this job, but from every job, is you don't have to be friends with everyone.
With everyone,
And
yeah.
if you are friends with everyone, you have a problem.
Yes.
It's either you have, it's either you are just so, like, you are so neutral and you are so, like, okay with many things, which is honestly sometimes a problem too.
Yeah.
Or you're just lying to yourself. You're not going to be, like, friends with everyone.
Yes.
But
you can be
must
friendly.
always remember,
Friendly,
being
but not
isn't being
friends.
fake. I hate it when people are like, yeah, I don't like being fake in front of people. And I'm just like, that's just being friendly and polite.
And professional. Like, if you're, like,
Yeah.
in a business, you're not gonna... If you're working with people, you gotta act nice to them. Even if you don't like them, you gotta act nice to them. Like, that's stupid. It's not even being fake. It's literally just being professional. Like, what the fuck?
And also, like, even outside of work, like, if you don't know somebody and you just off the bat don't get a good impression of them, you still have to show respect.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a good habit to make. It's actually like the safe option as well, because, you know, you don't get so much like shit in your life if you are respectful to everyone, as people should be.
Yeah.
So don't, like, I would say, like, don't pressure yourself to, like, need to, like, get along with your colleagues. I
Yes.
think it'll naturally come.
It will.
You know, once you
I think
get
it's better when it naturally comes too, because
Hmm.
it'll... The thing is, then you're not focusing on so many things. Like you're saying already, adapting to a new environment and living style is overwhelming, and you have the, like, work stress. Don't try to adapt to everything then. Adapt to small things at once, right? Like, get that out the way, start getting used to your work, and then like, colleagues will come up to you if you're new. And if they don't, eventually you'll have a opportunity to talk to them. If you're in, like, a close work environment, it's gonna happen. So just let you be stressed about what's important right now. Being good with your colleagues is not important right now. What's important is you getting used to your job and your environment. That's what I'd say.
Well, when you started Niji, like, what was the most overwhelming?
The most overwhelming?
For me, it was, like, the amount of people that were already... And I'm the third wave, so, like, there's only, like, 6 people before me, plus my members, so there wasn't too much, but for me... I was just dreading. I was just like, oh my god, all these people are not gonna like me. I don't know who they are, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, when I joined, there was 10 people, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think the most overwhelming part for me was just, like, being like, oh my god, I've watched these people before. Like, I'm fans of these people, and, like, now I'm in here with them. What the fuck? Like, that was weird, and it was nerve-wracking. But I think also the most nerve-wracking thing about joining this company was I didn't know that I was going to be singing songs. So...
Oh, okay, like the debut song.
Yeah, I didn't know it was mandatory to be in it. So when I joined, you know, I don't know if you've heard this before, but when I was in an interview with Mr. Tazumi, he asked me, like, can you sing? I said, no, I can't sing at all, actually. Like, I don't know how to sing. I've not practiced singing. I don't know how to sing. And he was like, okay. And then the next day he said, you're going to be singing this song. Like, I got an email saying, you're going to be singing this song. Like, what? You did not listen to me at all. I wasn't joking. What? Why did he laughed at me? But, yeah, I think just singing was the most nerve-wracking for me.
Oh my god, it's interesting that you say that because, like, for me, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything else to offer but singing. I didn't know how to stream. I never streamed in... Like, I did stream a little bit before, but not to, like, this degree.
Not to, like, a daily,
I didn't know how to act.
consistent...
Yeah, and then, like, you know, I didn't know how to, like, match my character, you know? I looked at her and I was like, oh my god, like, how am I gonna pull this off? Like, that's why on my debut stream, I was like, hi guys, you know, I wasn't sure, like, if I should be a character,
the vibe,
be myself.
right.
And then I was like, oh my god, I can't be a character. I'm gonna die if I do that. So, it just takes so much adjusting. Like, you guys can even see, like, if you compare our very first stream versus, like, now, there's definitely, like, a huge difference.
Yes.
But you can see on a timeline how long it took for us to adjust, and that's just how it is for everything.
I was going through stuff recently because I was tier listing my career.
Yeah,
my god, my voice was so high pitched. Weirdly enough, like
honestly, yeah, you really chilled with your voice, especially this year.
Oh
because last year you would be like, rah, rah, I'll be like, Mysta, please. I'm not a doctor, but oh my god, listening to you like scream sometimes made my voice hurt.
Yeah, my throat got so fucked up. It was crazy. But I've never realized that you had a different voice at the beginning. I didn't expect
it's like more than voice, I think it's more like the way I talk was really different. I really tried to talk more cute and I was very cautious. Like I was still making like, you know, my usual jokes here and there, but I was holding back. Like I was holding back like 80%. I was just like yeah. Because I knew that my speaking voice wasn't the most like appealing, that's why.
What do you mean? I like your speaking voice. I think it's pretty cool.
Like, there's a reason why everybody who tries to impersonate me, like, starts by squeezing their nose. Like, nobody wants to be born with a speaking voice like mine, okay? Nobody wants to
squeezing their nose?
Yes, I know. But, like, that's just how I speak, so I can't really control it.
I think it's good. I think it's nice because, like, you have such a dynamic voice. Like, when you sing, you sound so different that it's, like, actually insane. Like, it's like one of those things that, because you have such a unique voice already, when you sing and also have a unique voice, it's like, wait, is this the same person? What the fuck? It's like two unique voices in one. I think that's pretty cool.
Aw, thanks. I just don't know how to speak properly, that's all.
How to speak properly?
Yeah, speak from my voice, not from my diaphragm.
Oh. There's a difference? I don't even...
There is, because if I speak from my diaphragm, I probably would sound like this. And more sexy.
Let's see. The hell did you just do? I was like looking for a new... Wait, what was that? No, whatever.
It's okay. Just senpai things.
Alright, let's see this one. My whole life has been kinda hard, and recently things have been changing, and I just like lots of change. I have so many things I want to do. Sing, draw, write, cosplay, dance, but I feel like I'm failing at all of them. The biggest thing I want to do is make others happy. Be someone special for someone like you, Mysta, are to me. And I never thought I could...
Hello?
and ENNA. And I never thought I really could do it. Till I found out about VTubers. And it feels like it has changed my life. Like, it's something I could do, but I'm not sure how to start. How does one start being a VTuber even if they don't have any money? Or hardly no money? Oh, I read that wrong. Let alone, how do I even Be confident. I hardly have enough confidence to leave my house wearing fluffy cat ears. Why the hell are you leaving your house with fluffy cat ears to begin with, first of all? But, okay.
Because they
You
want
do you,
to.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Okay. First of all, if you feel like failing, if you feel like you're failing at everything, it means that your expectations on yourself are
Too
too
high.
high.
Yeah.
If you want to be a really, really good singer, drawer, I mean, writer, cosplayer, dancer, and you know you've never really done any of those things before, like yeah, it's gonna feel overwhelming. Like, oh my god, I can't do anything. But like nobody is born like being able to do any of those things. You need to basically do those things but have fun with it so that you can improve on it. Because if you're not having fun doing any of those things, then that means you're not enjoying.
Yes.
Right.
I think the quickest way to improve about something is to be obsessed with it. If you obsess over one thing, you improve so fast. That's why people who watch me, they're like, how the fuck are you so good at this all of a sudden? It's like, because I fucking obsessed over it for like a whole week, every minute of the day. Like, just looking at guides, you know? And I would recommend, like, just look up YouTube videos, man, because a lot of people who want to do stuff, they just think they have to learn themselves. It's like, there's loads of free guides of things to do, like especially for singing, drawing, writing, cosplay, dance, all of these things you can learn, right? And like,
and most importantly, like have fun learning
have
it,
fun.
because that's how you get like obsessed on it.
Yes. And if you're not having fun with it, maybe that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Like, and that's fine. There's so many things in the world other than like 5 things, you know? Maybe there's something else for you in the world, right? But try to give everything, like, I would say don't try to do everything at once. Like, if you're trying to sing, draw, write, cosplay, and dance all at once, that's too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah.
Just stick with one right now. For dance, I would recommend, and it's kind of cringe, but I used to be a dancer, so if you want to do... Yeah, I used to be a street dancer. So what I would do to get obsessed with dancing and make me dance more, play, like, Just Dance. Stuff like just dancing games. Like, I used to play Michael Jackson The Experience, and that was my favorite game. Yeah, that's good.
hard.
Really?
Michael Jackson dancing moves are hard.
It's so fun,
need,
though.
Like, specific muscles in specific areas.
Like...
Oh my god. Yeah, but you know, same thing as what Mysta said. Like, when I was a terrible singer. My mom told me I should never sing when I was like fucking 12. Okay, that's what she said. She's like, I don't think you are a singer. You should probably stop now. And I'm just like, what? But I just liked it so much because I love like anime music, J-pop. I grew up with music. I sung every single day or like after school for like 6 hours. I would like really procrastinate on my homework because of it too. I would like, and all I had was Audacity, which is free, and a USB microphone. I think is the Snowball one, which only costs like $30. Yeah, it was super bad. Just everything was super bad, but I was so happy doing it, and I did it every single day for years. So that's just how much it takes if you enjoy something.
Yeah, I'll say in kind of a similar aspect to that. If someone does say to you, like, oh, I don't think you are destined to do this, or whatever, oh, I don't think you should do this, but in your head you think, like, I really want to do this, then you should just do it, because it's your life. Out of spite, too. Yes, let that spite fuel you.
Very powerful.
Because I retracted before. Like, when I wanted to be a music producer, and I was studying music in school, and when my teacher told me that, like, there's no point in studying or taking this course because there's no jobs in music, and he said I should just give up. And then I did, because I believed in him, because he's older than me. And when you're younger, when you're younger, you think people older than you know better. And then as you get older, you realize everyone doesn't understand what the fuck they're saying. Not even the older people. Yeah. Because you get older and you're like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. So
true.
Just don't fucking listen to them, man. Do what you want to do. Yes.
do what you want to do because, like, you know, it's your life. You don't want to miss this chance to do something that you actually enjoy, even if you're not super good at it.
Exactly, because you will be good at it later down the line.
The more you do it.
And also, in relation to the second part of your question, how to be a VTuber, I mean, if you have, like, no money, it's free to stream, right? If you can't play games and stuff, maybe you can just be a chatting streamer, right?
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but before Niji, you know, it's not that I had no money for it, but I didn't want to spend money on VTubing because I had to pay for so many, like, my rent and everything else. That was just more important, right? But I wanted to try out, like, streaming. But what I did was, with my terrible art skills, I, like, drew a character. And I know my drawings are not good, so it was like a scuffed character. And actually, I, like, you know, watched the tutorial. I think the program is called, like, VTube Rig or something. There's, like, a Japanese rigging thing. It's literally for VTubers, to rig VTubers. And it's, like, there was, like, a trial. Yeah, that one. There was, like, a trial version. And I watched a lot of tutorials and guides on YouTube, and I learned how to rig it myself. But I didn't learn properly, but it kind of added to the scuffness of my drawing. So this model ended up, like, every time my eyes in real life are, like, open, the model eyes would be closed, and then when I blink, the model's eyes would, like, be open, so it'd be, like, inverted, and it was just so fucking funny. And, you know, like, and that's all, and that was what I had. And even then, like, I had, like, a good, like, 10 viewers.
Yeah.
We're, like, being like, what the fuck is wrong with your model? But, you know, my 32 out of 10 personality shone through, so, like, just do it. That was nothing. That was, like, zero cost.
Yeah, I mean, I think now more than ever, there's, like, so much free resources out there for you. Back then, there was, like, nothing. Like, I was using, like, I remember the first time I ever saw anything related to VTubing, I tried out FaceRig, which is a really old program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried that out, too.
I downloaded, like, a cute little anime girl from, like, an anime. I don't even know what it was called. And I just, like, tried it out. I was like, oh my god, I'm an anime girl. And, you know, a FaceRig you have to pay for, I'm pretty sure, but I think that's, like, a demo. But even then, there's so many better things than that nowadays. Like, and people give out free models. You can just try with those.
Oh my god, yeah. Let me actually send a link. It's called Booth. There's so many free models, but also models that only cost, like, $5 to $10, which is insane. And they're really good. So if you guys, it's in Japanese, that's the only problem. But
you'll get around to using it. It's not only models. Booth is really good for, like, if you need a background as well. Like, they have so many good background assets and, like, all that. Go check out Booth for sure. Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored, but I love you, Booth. Thank you so much for saving my visuals, even when I'm in NIJISANJI. Thank you.
But I hope that helps. You just gotta... You got this, man. Take stuff slow.
Good luck.
Let's see. Oh my god, what is this?
I'm gonna grab a snack real quick.
Okay. I'm looking through some of these chat and, like, I don't know if I want to answer this one. You know what? Fuck it. I'll put this one on the screen. Why not? Why not, dude? What is this shit, bro? What is this? I want to riz someone but don't know how. Eyes emoji eye lip eye. They are really, really cute and hot. I think you might know them. I don't know. Their name begins with an M and ends with A. And I like birds too. Just want to throw that out there.
God. You fucking simp. Next question.
Next question. Alright, next up. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let me screenshot this one. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that one, whoever sent that question. Maybe... I don't think that guy likes you. And I don't think birds like you either.
Dead.
Alright, next up, we got this person, Hyuni. I've realized I go out my way to help others a lot. I'm content with this, and I need to do my... I need I don't need the favor to be returned, but I don't really know how to care for myself mentally. Do you have any advice or suggestions of health? Wow, I can't fucking read! On self-care aside from eating and sleeping. I mean, we kind of answered this already, but... You
gotta force yourself.
Yeah. Like...
Even for, like you say, like people say that like, oh yeah, sleeping and eating. It is so hard for me, especially recently, to just like cook for myself. A part of, like, there's a part, like I give myself the excuse that like, oh yeah, it's because like I stream and I feel so tired afterwards. But I've definitely like had like harder routines in the past, and I would cook for myself like every single time, like day. And I've done it before, so I know a part of it is just an excuse. It's honestly just habit and self-discipline. And yeah, like a lot of things you need to do for yourself, you don't want to.
Yeah.
But that's the difference.
Yeah.
Like you need to kind of like rewire your brain a little bit so that it's like kind of like a innate thing. Like for me, the innate thing that I've been wired to do ever since I was like a kid is to like shower. You know, even if I don't go outside, like I might not wash my hair because you don't have to wash your hair every day, but like I will at least like rinse myself because, you know, you have like sweat and like nasty body germs every day, so at least rinse yourself, right? So that's an example of like something that's been instilled. Like if I come home at like 3 a.m. I will still take a shower. Like that's how instilled it is. So you kind of have to like just do it every single day. And you know what, like I said on my own channel, like I told my ally peeps, like it's really hard for me to like do all of this all at once, like cook for myself and exercise. It's very overwhelming, so I always pick one thing that I need to do. So today it could be like exercise for half an hour, and tomorrow I'll be like, okay, I'll cook myself a really good dinner. And once you kind of do it bit by bit, it'll add up, and then you'll start to just do everything more naturally.
Yeah, I mean, for the friend part, like you go out of your way for others and stuff, like I said before, just maybe if you're going out of your way for friends, tell them, I mean, if they are in the same sphere as you and they see this right now, I'm sure they're gonna feel like, oh shit, have I been like that, you know? And if that's the case, just tell them yourself. Tell them you've been feeling this way, you know, like you're like helping, but you're getting a bit overwhelmed. And they'll go one of two options. If they are like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, like, maybe I was doing like a bit too much or whatever, then that's fine. But then if they go, what? And they get mad and angry at you, and that's what you're afraid of them being angry at you and mad and excommunicating you, then listen, man, you didn't need them in your life to begin with. Like,
yeah, you don't need those
You
friends.
don't need them. Like, and it will feel painful for the first, actually, probably the first 2 days. And after that, you're just like, what the fuck? Why do I give a shit? But aside from that, for how to take care of yourself mentally, this is one thing I've been doing, and it sounds so simple, and I know most people who hear this will never do it, but I promise you, if you do it one fucking time, you'll understand. If you're sad, you're down mentally, go on a walk. Oh my god, walks are insane. You don't realize how insane they are. Like, they actually clear your mind so fast. And it's so simple.
Fresh air, guys. Fresh air.
Like, you don't... everyone who has told me that in the past, I'm like, what? Why go on a walk? I can't be bothered. Like, no. I'd rather just be depressed here myself than go on a walk. But now that I go on walks and I'm fucking depressed, damn, that shit goes down. It goes down so fast. Seriously.
Yeah, you're depressed, but you're more oxygenated.
Any feelings of depression just slowly fade away while I'm just walking and, like, breathing air. Like, being a human, not being a creature in a C shape in my chair, just stuck to a computer or on my phone. Yeah, like, curled in, like an actual golem, you know? Like, be what a human was supposed to be, not what the fuck it is today. Go outside, go for a fucking walk. That's what was in our nature to do. Don't be in your seat all the time.
Go on a grocery run even.
Yes.
Like, do anything. Like,
yes.
I know there's delivery for groceries and Uber Eats and everything, like pick a day where you go to the grocery for, like, give yourself a goal. Like, I don't know, like go to the mall. If you're anxious like me, call your mom. That's what I do. Sometimes I want to go out, but I don't know why I get like really anxious going out by myself. Call your mom out. Your mom will hang out with you. Your mom most likely will love to hang out with you. And if she doesn't, call your friend.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, if you're going out of your way for others, then you probably have friends, right? Without the meme of like, I don't have friends. No, if you're going out of your way for people, you probably have friends that you're going out of your way for. That are people you call friends, at least. And why can't you just call them while you're going out for a walk too? But in my opinion, I would really not do that unless you have to. Like, if you can just go alone and be with your own thoughts, when you realize that there's more to life than the people around you, like, you have your own mind, you don't have to look at social media all the time. Like, Discord counts as well, by the way. Like, you will feel better. You will.
Oh yeah, guys. Honestly, not going on social media, even an hour a day.
Yeah.
Try it. It's so much better.
Yes.
You don't have to see every single tweet about Mysta on Twitter. It's all the same thing. I promise. I promise you.
I'll give you,
whether you
the
follow
rundown.
all of them or not, it's all the same. Okay.
Here, I'll give you the rundown so you never look at Twitter again. Oh my god, Mysta said this funny thing. Here's a clip about Mysta. Oh my god, Mysta is really hot and cute. Oh my god, Mysta said something really controversial and he's going to get cancelled. Oh, I hate that Mysta guy. Fuck that guy. Oh, here's some pictures of Mysta. That's gonna make him sad. And there you go. You got Twitter in a nutshell. And you never have to look at it again. Yes.
Now you can apply that to every VTuber. So
I'll put it to every VTuber and you're good. Look at that. Wow, put it to yourself now. Everything's good.
Touch grass, guys.
Touch grass. Be better. Be human. Let's see. Okay, this one is addressed to you, so I'm gonna put it up.
Shit. You should probably proofread it.
Oh, I saw hello Enna, so it's probably cute. It says, "Hello Enna, hello sir. I want to ask, I really hate my asshole boss. He was the kind of boss who didn't allow us to be idle, so we worked overtime every day and were not paid in proportion to the amount of work we did. I want to know how to keep a good mind to work in his studio because I'm in an industry where it's hard to get a job right now. It's hard for us to change studios. Yeah, I'm working overtime at the office right now. Thank you for the answers." If you're not getting paid for your overtime, then that's illegal. And that was happening to me too. The best way, you know, you might be afraid of losing your job for like speaking up to like, well, in the UK we have HMRC. But like speaking up to like the government or whatever, or like job enforcing people, right? You might be scared that if you speak up to them and give them proof that you're going to lose your job. But I promise you, if you bring that up to your like boss, like you muster the courage to say that to your boss, like, you haven't been paying me, and if you don't pay me the correct amount, I'm going to go to here and tell them. They have more to lose than you losing a job. They would rather you keep your job 99% of the time than deal with HMRC down their neck, watching everything they're doing, all of the shit like a hawk, right? Because they take that very seriously, right? At least in the UK. And
that's really good.
But if you do get fired, then I know it's hard, but at least you tried, right? Like, I mean, I was in the same situation, so I don't know. I know it's hard.
I know, like, for Canada and UK, we have, like, support systems for stuff like that. And it honestly, like, that we live very privilegedly. But I also... I'm just gonna say I've worked in Japan before, where like that sort of thing is like ingrained into like the culture. Unfortunately, you know, everybody locally, foreigner, whatever. If you've worked in Japan, you know what it's all about, and especially if you're working for a very specific industry, I totally understand not being able to change studios or jobs as easily because that's the field that you want to get in and you don't want to lose that connection.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my friends who do still work in Japan, they've had the exact same problem, and how they've dealt with it is they stick with a group of people who feel the same way. Because, you know, sometimes unfortunately you're just in a work environment or culture where like that sort of thing is really, really hard to break and you might not be able to. And then you have to weigh what you have to start weighing, like what's important to you. Like if you really want this specific, if you really want to stick to this specific field, then you're gonna have to see if you can try to push through, right? And with that, and if you're going with that mindset, I would suggest like sticking with other people who feel the same way with you, because then you won't feel as alone, and then automatically you can at least like have a place where you feel like, you know, validated and safe, right? But if you are realizing that like this isn't worth like all the mental stress and stuff, quit your job. Like it will not be the end of the world. You might have to find another job that's not in a field that you particularly want to be in, but you never know that you might like start enjoying that a little bit more. But again, it's all about like what you want. You have to understand like what's really important for you.
Like, yeah, I know you said it's hard to change studios, but like, the thing is, if you leave and you get a job that isn't like studio job, like nothing is getting rid of the experience you already have. That's always going to be there. So when a job opportunity does come along, you still have that experience. And the thing is, if you're in that studio, when a good job opportunity comes, you're probably just going to say the same thing anyway. You're just going to be like, oh yeah, it's hard to change now because I have all these responsibilities in this job. Like, so I can't even go to this better one anyway. So there's no point. It's like, I feel like if you're in that mindset, it's always going to be that mindset. Unless you change something. But yeah,
just
I get it's
know
different.
that you'll never waste your time.
Yeah.
You will always learn something, even from a really, really shitty job.
Yeah. What is this? It's so hard
Also,
to
your job is not your whole life. Just remember that.
Yeah, that's why I'm fucking leaving. Wait, what?
I feel like even if you weren't leaving, your job shouldn't be your whole life.
True. True.
Because part of that is your own responsibility. If you wanted to make your own, if you wanted this job to be your entire life, that's also up to you too, you know? Because this job is definitely not my whole life. Now I do other things too. I do understand it's really hard to do.
Oh, I feel like for some reason you'd have something good to say about this. I don't really, but I feel like I have a gut feeling. Hi, hello, Mysta and Enna. I have a big upcoming problem about school. So I have a really close friend during the last school year, and they're the only closest friend I had, but this year they will transfer to another school. If it's all right, may I ask your advice on how to handle the sudden change about feeling alone and an outcast? Damn.
Why the fuck did you say that I could relate to this one?
I don't know. I have that feeling, you know. Oh, the thing is,
I had this exact problem when I was in grade 1, and my bestest friend. Oh my god! And I think I told this on stream, but like, my bestest friend, like at the time in grade 1, I would go over to her house every weekend, like every single weekend, and you know, my mom and her mom were like friends too. And one day she was just like, I'm gonna be moving back to Germany. And when I like brought it up to my mom, she's like, oh, so they finally decided. It was my mom who told her mom that if she and her family weren't like doing well in Canada, they should go back home to Germany because that's. And I was so pissed. I was pissed at my mom for like the next decade. I was just like, you are the reason why my first friend in school moved away. But now I'm just like, okay, I get that it was like for the family and stuff. But yeah, I remember just that was my first heartbreak, like my first ever heartbreak in my life. Just having my closest friend just not be physically close to me anymore. And you know, it's never gonna be a good time. You're gonna be very sad and you're gonna be very like lonely. But I promise you, if you can make that friend, you will make other friends too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I can't really respond that well to this because I was always on the other side. Well, kind of. Like, I was always the one leaving. Like, my mum actually recently, I had to count up how many times I've moved in my life. So I've moved house 17 times in my life so far. And, well, if you're moving that many times, a majority of the times were when I was younger. And that means I'm moving school, right? And what would happen is I'd get like a really good friend and then I'd leave. And so I've never had this problem. I've just been the other side of the problem, I think.
That's hard too. You ever keep in touch with like phone call or anything?
No. I tried before. But it just comes a point where like after a certain time of you leaving, especially in school, people just get their own friend groups and they kind of forget that you existed. You know?
I mean, I think sometimes you just drift apart if you're just not physically next to each other. Which,
especially when you're younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, young people are going out, like, hanging out at, like, parks and shit, like, in each other's houses, and, you know, when you're not there, it's kind of not gonna happen. Like, you're not gonna keep that friendship.
But even then, like today, let's say, do you have anybody in your life today that you know that could potentially be like a lifelong friend? I'm not even saying like from Niji, I'm just saying like
yeah, I think I have a couple, but they're not like real life friends. They're always online. Like
online is still real life.
What did
a
you
lot of
just
my
say?
friends, all of my friends, all of the good friends that I've met were from online. So.
Well, yeah. But I don't have anyone like... I feel like for most people, their path in life is they keep some friends around where they grew up, you know, like in their home area. Because most people don't move houses, like, really often at all. So then they just have friends nearby that they can walk outside and go see wherever. Whereas all my friends... I always connect with people who are across the fucking globe. I swear to God. Every fucking time. And it's like, why can't I just have someone who is at my front door? Like, why can't my opposite neighbor just be a VTuber or some shit? You know?
I'm just gonna tell you right now, Millie lives like 5 minutes away from me, and I still only see her like once every fucking... So, you know, you're not meeting with them every single day. Just telling you.
But at least you can meet in real life.
Yeah, I'm lucky in that sense. But that was only like in recent years. I didn't have that sort of thing before too.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have friends from like school or anything. So it does take a while to like... Honestly, the good thing about this is like you're okay with being by yourself, which is a good skill to have.
Yeah, I mean, actually, what happened in my most recent school, like the last school I went to before college, I went into 3 different friend groups. So I joined, and then I was friends with... They give you like a tour guide, right?
Oh.
Like they assign like one student to show you around the school, and they're like, oh yeah, like this is this and this. But the guy obviously didn't really want to hang around me or whatever. And like, I was kind of forced into being friends with him a little bit because I'm like the new kid or whatever. And then after being in his small little group for like a week, this other group approached me in the music class, which was like, there was this guy who had a crush on me, and then there was like these 2 other girls, and then I was in their friend group for like a week or 2 weeks, and
Wait,
then
all of them had a crush on you?
no, only the guy had a crush on me. He asked me out on a date, actually. And then a bit later, this is so weird the way it happened, right? So I was like pretty sad because I didn't feel like I fit in with either of the groups so far. And I felt like I was just in school with people around me that like I don't want to hang around, but I kind of have to because they're the only ones that are there, right?
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not going to be able to be friends with anyone. And then randomly one day, and this is why you just got to keep positive that something will happen, because it was so random. This guy in my class, I was walking home and he said, nice bag, mate. And I looked at him, and then he had the same bag as me, so he was making like a joke, right?
Shit!
He's like, nice bag, bro. And then I looked at him and I went, your bag's shit. And then he laughed. And then he introduced himself, and then we became like really good friends. And then from that point onwards, I joined his friend group and became really good friends with everyone there. It's a shame I moved away. Yeah, so that could happen to you. Like, the most random... I'm sure a lot of people here can probably relate to that too. Like, sometimes friends come out of nowhere. They really do. Like, in the way you never expect. So, just wait, and stuff will happen, I'm sure. Yeah.
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 I hate your Gucci watch.
Well, you're not gonna have it, so that's a good thing there.
Can't wait till you leave.
Sorry, well, I like your Gucci watch. Whoa, wait.
Well,
anyway.
This is the newest edition. It's transparent and you can't see it.
Let's see. Oh, this could be interesting. This is a hard one, but we'll try. Okay. Use your brain, okay? Get your brain cells ready for this one.
I was eating.
Hello, Mr. and Enna. This might sound silly, but I still want to ask. I grew up with my parents deciding on where I should go, as in high school and stuff, because they want to make sure I have a nice future. But I was sent to a high school major in a subject that I don't really like, even though I protested a lot. In the end, I still followed their choice because I was under the impression they know me better than myself. However, this results in me not having an interest in anything anymore because I feel like my choice doesn't matter. I'm already in college and I still feel the same, and I miss the feeling of liking to do or learn something like I was in primary school. No matter how hard I tried to like something. Do you have any advice on how to spark interest in something back? Sincerely, a mistake called Zinnia.
Okay, Zinnia. That is really hard to do. You know what? Asian parenting is always like that. They're always like, yeah, I want you to be a doctor because that is the life that will make you the most successful. And I'm just gonna tell you now, maybe that might be true, but just because you live the most successful life doesn't mean you're the happiest. Just look at Mysta.
Exactly. You have living proof in front of you. Come on now.
He's literally right here, guys.
I'm right here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anyways, okay. So again, what's important to you? Do you want to be happy? So some people are happy knowing that they've done something that makes their parents happy. And honestly, if that is what they truly feel, then it's totally fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? But if you don't really know yourself well because of the fact that, like, your whole life somebody's been telling you, like, this is better for you, I've definitely felt that before. The best advice I can give is do something that you would never do. Don't kill anyone, first of all. Don't do, not like that. I mean, like, go on a spontaneous trip. I don't know. Put your finger on a map. Hopefully you don't land in, like, I don't know, like a really... Put your finger on, like, on countries that are relatively safe. And then, you know, make it a goal to, like, travel there. Let's say you put your finger randomly on, like, I don't know, Hawaii, okay? And, you know, you might not have the funds for it, like, right here, right now, but you can work towards, like, saving up for it. Do something that you would never, ever do. Like, think the opposite of what you would do, and just put yourself in, like, just transport yourself to a parallel universe, basically. That, like, you kind of have to get out of your comfort zone to really spend time with yourself and be like, do I like this? Do I not? You know? Like, to know what you like, you first have to understand what you don't like or what makes you uncomfortable. Yeah. So clearly it kind of sounds like you don't like being forced to going into this specific major in your college or whatever. Yeah, so that's something you've learned about yourself. Now you want to figure out what you do like. And so now it's just trial and error.
I think you could probably put down, like, make a mood board. Oh, no. Make, like, a brainstorm of, like, things I kind of like. And then, like, put them all down. And then slowly look at each of them and different parts of them. Not just the part you like of that thing. Like, look at different parts of that thing. Maybe you can get some inspiration from that. But, I don't know. It's such a hard thing to say. If you do ever find some sort of inspiration, though, I would say, like, the moment you feel, oh, this could be fun. Like, if I put in a little bit of time, this could be something I really like. But I'm in high school and I'm focusing on all this. I guarantee if you really want to feel happy and do other things, but you still want to stay in this, like, subject or whatever for the time being to please your parents, you can find the time. Everyone can find the time, because you say, I don't have the time for this, but then you spend 2 hours in your bed scrolling on TikTok doing fuck all, and it's like, come on, those 2 hours, even one of those hours, you can use for something of a new interest. Not just looking at TikTok, not watching my fucking live stream, not watching anyone's fucking YouTube videos. You can do something that is more productive towards what you want to have, which is interest, right? So if you ever do feel a spark of something, really try to bring it out, you know? And I'm not saying go full force on it. Like, if it's a career thing, don't go full force on it. Try to see if you like it over time. If you still like it, I mean, you can stop doing what you're doing. And then
it's another option.
Yeah, you have another option. But it's not like you're just randomly picking an option at that point, you know? Like,
yeah, it's something that sparks joy.
Yeah, like that you've kind of looked into already and you know stuff about. Like, you're not just throwing yourself into the deep randomly or whatever. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, something that Mysta said that really, really is super true is when you are curious, or when something like kind of catches your curiosity or interest, even if it's just a little bit, you will always have time for it.
Yes.
It's the same thing as like people falling in love, like, or like, you know, being in a relationship. Like, you are so infatuated with that person in the beginning, you could be working like 3 jobs and you still have time to talk to them because you just like them that much. It's the same thing but applied to, like, you know, the new interest, you know?
Yeah.
So if you're telling yourself you don't have time for something, maybe you might not really be that interested in it.
Yeah. Like, the only time I will agree you have no time for anything is if you're, like, working an 18-hour shift and then you're sleeping for 2 hours and then you have a few hours for yourself. Like, but that is pretty unrealistic.
That's like a very rare case, in
that's
my
like
opinion.
a really over-the-top thing. Like, it's probably not gonna happen.
If you are living like that, you should probably, like, think about cutting it down a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Because that wouldn't be healthy. And the thing is, if you are like that, you definitely don't have enough time to be writing this message and, like,
and if you are like that, you definitely don't have time to watch the stream either. So
exactly.
Most of the people who are doing that are not here.
Yes, exactly.
So you don't have an excuse, mistakes, alu peeps.
Yes. Okay, next up is this one from Zin. They said, "Hi, Enna and Mysta. I'm also going to be G-wording this year from uni. Even though I will be finished from school, I still don't know what career I will be taking. I do have plans on what I want to do, but because I have a lack of self-confidence, it hinders me to do the things I want. What do you think I should do? Take care as always."
What's the G word?
Graduate.
What? Is this like a new, like, young people slang?
It's because every time I say graduate, people get sad, so people start saying G-word instead.
Graduate.
Some people say G-spot now.
Okay, that's just weird. Come on. Graduate.
But thank you for antagonizing the chat. Okay, well, the thing is, wait, let me just double read this to make sure I'm not, so I don't know what career I would be taking. Do have plans, but okay. For one, if you don't know what you want to do, and you're scared because you don't know what you want to do, most of the time, you aren't going to be doing what you thought you were going to be doing. You know, like, sometimes it's okay to realize that if you're getting to your early 20s and shit, you don't have to have your life planned out and sorted. Like, that's not really realistic. Normally, a lot of people, they only find out what they want to do like 10 years later. And they're like, you know what? I really want to do this. And then their life changes a lot, right? Sometimes it happens for people earlier, sometimes it doesn't. But if you already have something you kind of want to look into, but you just lack the self-confidence for it, I mean, I have a really bad mindset for stuff that works. This is why I'm really bad at giving advice for motivation, because I motivate myself by like really grilling into myself, which is not a positive thing, but it works like fucking crazy for me. Like it works so well for me, and then people praise my work ethic and shit, and they're like, how the fuck do you do this? And it's because I'm really hard on myself, right?
You're just like, just do it.
Yes, like if I don't do this, I'm wasting my life. I was put on Earth. There's people on Earth who fucking don't have the position that I'm in, right? And they would kill to have something like this. So why the fuck am I complaining? Like, get off my ass, fucking do it. I'm not confident? Yeah, well, someone who's not confident would fucking kill for even 1% of what I could offer right now, right? So like, just do it. Just believe in yourself, fake the confidence, fake it till you make it. And then the thing is, if you fake confidence, you become confident. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. Like, it might be a placebo thing, I don't know. But if you're just pretending you're confident, I feel like a lot of people's self-confidence comes from the fact that people around them know that they're not confident, right? But if you meet someone new, they don't know you're not confident, and you pretend to be confident around them, then you're going to be way more confident when you are around them. Like, just naturally. But if you're surrounded by people who already know you're, like, not self-confident, I feel like a lot of times you just act the way that people know you are. Because you're afraid to change, and then you're afraid someone's going to call you out and be like, hey, you're acting differently today. Why are you acting like this or that? You know? Try to eliminate that type of thing away from your life if you can, as much as you can.
Yeah, the thing with confidence is like, it varies with everyone, right?
Yeah.
So, it's definitely like very... something that I do that maybe some of you guys might be able to also do too. I have a very hard time being like, oh my god, yeah, I have so much trouble faking confidence. Like, if I'm not confident, I feel like every neuron in my body is spelling it out. Like, I'm anxious. So something that I personally do is I exaggerate my flaws. So basically, when I'm not confident, I will just be like, I'm not confident and I have social anxiety. I will just like say it out loud so that like everything is just like on the table.
Yes.
So, and I'm literally telling people like, guys, I'm a terrible person. Okay, I make horrible jokes. I you know, this and that. And hopefully by putting everything on the table, it gives you more relief. Yep. And when you get a little bit more relief, you're just like, you know what? I've put like everything about myself on the table. Yes. Now it's just like up to how other people digest. So that sort of thing, ironically, gave me confidence, and I kind of learned how to do that with, honestly, in my time in Niji.
Yeah, if you have a really hard... Oh, thank you for the raid, Mika. Thank you.
Hi, Mika. Thanks for the raid.
If you have a really hard time of thinking of a way to speak to someone for the first time, like doing what ENNA said and like saying your flaws or whatever just outright to them is really good, because it's a conversation starter. Like, it's a way to say, oh yeah, I'm this person, and you know what, I'm not really good at this, and then you can make fun of it yourself. This is what I was talking about when I was getting bullied. Like, if I made fun of myself, people were like, oh, okay. And it becomes a conversation, and you become more likable too, because you're not taking yourself too seriously, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people can see you're not just isolated in your own head, and if you're nervous and you don't want to make any jokes, no one's gonna joke around with you, right? Like, if you can't even joke about yourself, then people aren't gonna joke around with you. Like, there have been people I've met who I'll like try to make a joke to or something, and then they're just like silent, and then like
Oh my god, yeah, that's so
I'm like,
awkward.
okay, well then I just won't ever fucking talk to you again. Like
Sometimes that happens to me, and I'll be like, damn, you guys, this is so awkward. Like, I will literally just say it out loud.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, that's the thing. Like, by saying it out loud and by being very honest to not just like other people, but like most importantly yourself, because even though you might be saying it in your head, it's all inside, right?
Yeah.
But there's a big difference between like keeping it in your thoughts versus like saying it out loud, because once you say it out loud, it's like everything's already out in the open. There's less pressure off of you. You feel more relief, and in turn you feel more confident because you're just like, well, I've done all that I can. And you know, and then you'll start to realize that like even if you're not like the coolest person in the group or the most confident or whatever, there's still going to be people who are like curious about you and like interested in you, right? Like your friends, like your family, they think like you're quirky or whatever. And then that will really show you like it doesn't really matter like if I am flawed in this aspect or that aspect, there's still going to be people who want to hang around me. And yeah, and it just like it makes things a lot easier in my opinion.
Yeah. Is there anything else we can say about this? I mean,
if you don't know what to do in your career, that's okay. Also, there's like this weird like format that society has like kind of formed where it's like, oh, you have to know what you want to do and then plan it out. You can live your life doing different things. Like you could be like a painter for like 5 years, then you could be a teacher for like 3 years. Like, why can't you do that? It doesn't mean that you're being indecisive is fine. You could live your life fine just by like going around like that. You don't have to stick to one thing. But the most important thing is like being happy and healthy, which come hand in hand, because that's what life is.
You just gotta enjoy what you got, man. And
yeah,
don't think you have to rush it. You really don't have to rush it. The amount of people I see who think you do, like, man, don't set time things.
Who like say like, oh, you should do it before this age because it's too late. Like, dude, no, like it really does. Like you could honestly be the first like 92-year-old like ballet dancer, which has happened before. You know Susan Boyle, guys. Susan Boyle.
Exactly. Susan Boyle. Come on now.
Yeah, Susan Boyle. Oh my god, she's like one of the best singers live ever.
Yeah.
And she like debuted at the age of like what, 50? And like her name, as soon as people say her name, they're like, oh yeah, Susan Boyle.
Yeah, yeah.
Not too late, guys. Come on.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say to like start doing early is not even like stuff in your life. It's like just smart things, like investing. If you start early with investing, like, or like taking care of your money, looking into taxes. I know that's boring. It sounds boring because you're coming out of school and you're thinking like, oh man, I want to be like a gamer or whatever the fuck. Like, I want to just play Call of Duty with my friends and just do my school shit. But bro, trust me, when you get past like a certain age, this shit becomes like interesting to look at because you're like, oh, what? I could save this money. I could use this for this, or like you could use stuff for your interests. It becomes way more interesting. Trust me. Start looking into that. It's way more useful.
And yeah, like you go to the bank, like they have like financial advisors. So if you don't know shit, you could. This is what I literally did. I went into the bank and I was like, I don't know anything. The only thing I know is how much I have in my bank account. I don't know anything else. I don't know stocks. I don't know taxes. And this man sat down with me and he's just like, and literally I felt so stupid. I was just like, what are taxes? Like a fucking 20-plus-year-old sitting in there and being like, I don't really know what taxes are and I don't really know why I have to pay them. Like I've done that before. And I know everything because of my financial advisor. Shout out to you. Thank you. But yeah, like being smart early on, like being smart also means like smart financially, like investing, but also like taking care of yourself. Like
investing in yourself.
Yeah, like
your health.
Eating well, sleeping, you know, which we might not be the best at for role models, but trying at least.
But like, I've been trying to like do that now, but I feel like the earlier you get in, like if you want to be a high value person, like a high value like person of yourself, then investing in your finances and your body is like the best thing you can do right now. If you don't know what to do in life, those are the two things you want to do. And everything else comes as it comes. Like, let it happen, you know? Don't force it.
Yeah. You can do so much when you're healthy.
But next up is... Boom! Dear Enna and Cringester, the food I cook always tastes like shit and looks like shit. I'd love to get your expert advice on cooking. Do you have any tips for cooking? Mr. Feel free to give me your advice, but honestly, I think we are on the same cooking level. Oh, wow, okay.
Honestly, Mysta, one time you made this pancake thing and you showed Petra and I, and it looked really good.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think your cooking is too bad. I think you do a little bit of content creation. That's what I'm thinking.
I've said that on stream, yes.
I think you're not cooking. I think you're just making content.
I'm wondering if I have the picture of that actually still. That was so long ago.
That was like over a year ago.
Has image.
Okay,
I mean,
like when I first started, okay, there's this story that my dad literally tells every single person, okay? It is the most embarrassing thing. I think I was like 17.
Yeah.
And my dad left me because he had a business trip for like 3 days. So he's like, okay, I've prepared everything in the fridge for you. At that time, I didn't know how to cook at all. Okay, not even an egg. Like I was too afraid to handle like heat at all.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I knew how to do was make instant ramen and boil hot water. That's it. So like, my dad got me these like frozen buns, right?
Okay.
And you have to steam them.
Yeah.
Right? Because we didn't have a microwave. And to steam, what do you need, everybody? You need water! Woo! So what I did was I put a pot on a gas stove, okay? We were like poor, so we had like the portable gas stove, like with fire, okay? And I forgot to put the water in the pot. And I just put the buns on top of that like steam rack thingy and then put the lid on top, but it didn't have any water. And I just sat in my room for 20 minutes until I smelled something that smelled really wrong. I was like, something smells like it's burning. How could this be? It should just be like steam. And I went to check. The entire pot was black.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Honestly, that would have been so dangerous if I didn't notice it, because like if I had like noticed it super late, it would have just like exploded because it was like gas, right? So I turned it off, realized how fucking stupid I am. And because I knew my dad would be so fucking mad at me because he was like really, at that moment in our lives, like he still had energy to like really scold me. So that night he was gonna come back. So you know what I did? To hide them, I'm so dumb. I used, like the, what's it called? Like that thing they use to erase, not erase, but like cover up pens. You know that white stuff?
Oh,
what's it called?
Tipex?
Yeah, but it's like the liquid version. There's like the liquidy version, and then there's the tape version. I had the liquid version. Whiteout! Yeah, whiteout! I had the liquid version of whiteout. The pot was like originally white, by the way, which is like the worst color.
Oh my god. So
I put liquid whiteout at the bottom of this pot to try and cover up the black pot. That's literally what I dumped the entire thing in to try to like cover it up. That was my brain, everybody. 17 years old. That was not that long ago. So, and obviously it didn't work because, you know, it didn't work, okay? My dad came back, saw the pot, yelled at me like my worst nightmares came true. And then he laughed because he thought it was so fucking stupid that it was like, so let me just tell you, if you want any tips on cooking, just keep cooking. Just make all the fires, burn all the pots.
Yeah.
Okay? Apologize, get all the scoldings.
Yeah.
You will be good at it once you do it every single day. Just keep doing it.
I'd say if you want to invest in anything, it doesn't matter if you have shit pots, shit pans. The only thing you need to invest in, a good sharp knife and a nice cutting board. That's all you need, man. And then just try to follow along with like someone you like let's just say Gordon Ramsay, for instance. Try to follow along one of his recipes. He does a lot of cook-alongs, right? Try to follow along and make your own version. It's gonna be shit, but the more you do it, the better it will become, right? But yeah, like oh my god, I also had something kind of similar with like burning shit. I set fire to my apartment once.
Like a real fire?
Yeah, it wasn't even my fault, to be fair. Like, okay, so I was trying to make a roast dinner, right? Like a beef roast dinner. And I never made one before, but I thought, well, my mum's made them before, so it's pretty easy. And so a beef joint has quite a lot of fat in it. So once it's cooking, the fat kind of like goes down into the tray and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But what I did was I didn't consider that fat would be oil and would melt. So I covered it in oil as well, like more oil.
Okay.
Then I didn't really know how temperatures worked, but I put it to the max temperature in my oven, which is 250 degrees. And I just put it on, and then I went to go play a game of League. And then...
Oh, God. Okay, for anybody who doesn't play League games can be like an hour long.
Like 40 minutes, yeah. And then basically I noticed... I don't remember exactly if the fire alarm went off. I think it did. And I looked up, because I was just like looking at my screen, and I went, oh. And then above me was just big black clouds of smoke, and I was like, oh, fuck! I ran into the oven, and it was on fire, and like actually a fire. I was like, oh, shit! So what I did was I turned it off, and then I closed the oven, because I was like, well, fire needs oxygen, and it needs fuel. So if I close the oven again, then the fire will slowly dissipate as long as there's no heat and the fuel runs out. So I closed it, and then I waited, and then it slowly went away.
Yeah, good call, good call. Good. I was like, oh my god, please don't tell me you used water or whatever. Oh my lord, that would have been bad.
Uh-oh. Whoa, wait. My OBS just went down to like 1,000. Yeah. What the fuck? What's up with my OBS? Uh-oh.
Sometimes it does that. Hello?
I mean, I can still hear you fine and in Discord and stuff.
I meant to chat.
Oh.
Yeah, your stream is like, oof.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, what the hell's going on with OBS? Wait, my internet's literally fine. I'm like in Discord chilling with you. What?
Well, OBS, you know, is a free program, so sometimes it's probably...
Like, I'm literally like streaming to you too in Discord. It looks fine. The hell?
Well, that's because it's streaming through Discord.
I wonder what's going on. I wonder if I can stream. Okay, I press start stream. We started the stream. Kilobytes per second looks okay. It looks good, I think. I think it's coming back. It's slowly coming back. I think it was literally an OBS thing. Because now it says stable 5,000 bitrate. Even load it.
Looks okay now.
Yeah. 1080p, let's see. Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, I think we're back.
We're back. Yeah, chat, I had to restart OBS. Everything was fine on my internet apart from OBS. The fuck? OBS, fix your shit, man! You've been fucking me up on stream too much. Son of a bitch.
It's a free program.
I don't care. I've given them exposure.
And many other people as well.
Whatever, man. Lincoln, thank you for the red super, by the way. Yeah, welcome back. God. Now I don't even know what we're talking about. Cooking is hard.
We're talking about trial and error, guys. Just if
trial
you want to
and
get
error.
Something, you know, don't try not to burn the house down, but like if it does happen, you will probably be very good at cooking in the future because then you know what not to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So just try to cook stuff that you're actually interested in, that you want to eat, you know? Don't just cook something that's like you're never gonna eat and your parent. Actually, if you live with your family, I used to cook like stuff that for my mom because I think that it's cool to see my mom's reaction. Like if she likes it, then I'm like, oh yeah, I cooked a good meal for her, you know? So maybe if you have that motivation as well, it could be good. Cook for someone.
I've definitely cooked stuff for my dad and it's been really bad and my dad would be like, yeah, it's okay. Like he'll just say it's okay, but that means it's really bad. And he just doesn't want to like hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's actually bad.
Before. You know, that's the process.
Let's see. what else is there that we could? There's so many, but a lot of them are kind of similar.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find one that's kind of new. Oh. Oh, wait. Can you speak any languages?
English.
Anything
Chinese,
else?
maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe we can answer this one then.
Oh god, okay. Is it in Chinese? Because I'm not
No.
that okay.
They said, "Hi, Mr. Hi, Enna. I'm about to go study abroad soon in a whole new country and new language. China, by the way. And I don't know the language yet. I will be learning the language the first year when I'm here. When I'm there. But, like, can you give me some advice on how to live in a whole new country without knowing the language at all? Is there any way to make it less scary?"
Yeah, I used to work in Japan, right? So when I first like kind of I guess moved there, I didn't know how to say anything but konnichiwa and like anime desu. That's little like sayonara, like everything that the Westerners know here. Like that's all I knew, right? I didn't even know how to say like my name is Anna Alouette. I really didn't know, right? I think the thing is like if people see that you're trying to learn their language, they automatically are like super friendly to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like there's so many people. Like very rarely will you ever get like somebody who's just like, "What the fuck? You don't speak our language?" Like very very rarely. Okay, especially like the younger folks.
I think, okay, this is different for Asia. I think in like more European countries or like America or something, if someone like can't speak English very well and they're like trying to learn it, people can be assholes. Like, but I've
like
noticed
in Europe, you mean, or Asia?
In Europe and shit.
Oh, okay.
But I've noticed in Asia it's the opposite. If you try to like speak like an Asian language, they're like, "What? Oh my god, you're like trying. That's so good." And I feel like that's just the way that people perceive certain things in like countries, like English-speaking countries.
Like the culture?
Yeah, the culture and stuff. And I feel like a lot of people's associations with like, you know, the American that comes into an Asian country, doesn't learn the language and just expects everyone to speak English. I think that's what a lot of Asians think, you know? So when they do see that you're trying to learn their language or something, it's like, "Oh shit, they're actually trying. Like, this is cool," you know?
Yeah.
Whereas in
I
everywhere
mean,
else, like,
I'm just gonna say this. I'm Chinese, okay? I'm not like, you know, I grew up in Canada, but I like to I represent the handful of people who probably will agree with me. If you're trying to learn Chinese, we're gonna be like, "Oh, you know, we're like, "Oh my god, you're so cute, let me help you." We'll be like, "How do you say this in Mandarin?" It'd be, 这个叫手提. This is called a phone. You know, they would love to help you out, first of all. Like, quite a few people. Like, I know that for sure. Right?
Yeah.
But we'll always have, like, those people who are just like, "Oh my god, I don't want to, like, you know, talk to somebody that I can't communicate with."
Yeah.
There's always going to be those people, like, everywhere, okay? Fuck them. They're never going to have any friends, okay? They're having trouble with their wife or husband. Who cares? Yeah, you're going to attract, most likely you're going to attract people who do want to help you. Like, I hope that even if this was like some place in Europe, because I like went to Europe last year. Like I went to like 4 countries, and I didn't know how to speak like Italian or like French or anything. So like, but there were just so many friendly people. Like they really tried to speak English with me, and they'd be like, "This is how you say thank you in Italian, grazie." And I'd be like, "Oh, grazie. Where's my pizza?" You know, like
yeah.
But yeah, there's always going to be people who want to communicate with you, right? So as long as you make the effort, they'll see that. And another thing to make it less scary is you don't actually really need to like speak to communicate. You can communicate
like
in
hands.
So many ways with your like your hands, your expressions.
There's also
Like
applications.
a lot of the times I was in Japan trying to like communicate, I'd be like I would like exaggerate my expressions so they would understand me more. They'll like talk to me and I'll be like shaking my head like, no, I don't understand what you're saying. They'll be like, "Oh, wakaranai. Okay." So they'll like start using like a translator or whatever. You can communicate so much without words. It's crazy.
Yeah,
So
like,
don't be afraid.
Especially, everyone has a smartphone nowadays, right? If you download the Translate app, there's Translate, like specific Translate app, like Google Translate. they have a thing called interpreter mode. It's really useful. So you go on auto and you press the microphone, and as someone is live speaking, it live translates continuously as they're speaking. So you can have like a live conversation with them with no like waiting for it to process and stuff. So I would highly recommend that.
I have a story on this that recently happened. Like 3 days ago, I took my mom to the hospital because she had to do like a mini surgery. But the patient before us didn't speak any English.
Oh.
I think he spoke like somewhere like a language from the Middle East. I know that. I don't really know specifically which language, but like I didn't know this because he was already in there with the doctor. But the doctor was speaking super slow and super loud. He was like, "The metal in your eye, we're going to tell you how we're going to take the metal in your eye outside of your eye." He literally, I was like, "Metal in your eye?" Like, so after the procedure and surgery, we're going to prescribe you antibiotics. And so like, I was just like, okay, what is happening? So the man came out afterwards and his eye was like red. It was like, you could tell, like, this guy was probably in the mafia. I swear to God. He came out with this super red eye, and he didn't look like he was in any pain. It was crazy. He was walking like the most confident fucker in the hospital, and his eye was like you can kind of tell his eye was red, but he had it kind of like semi-closed. And I'm not even joking. When he passed me and my mom, he winked at us with his other eye. It was crazy. I was like, what is happening? And then like the doctor's like, "Man, this translator is so good." And then I realized, I was like, oh, he doesn't speak any English. That's why the doctor is like speaking so loud and so slow.
But I never understood the part where when you don't understand a language, like people speak louder as if that makes a difference. I don't think that makes a difference. I think that's more annoying.
I guess it's just the kind of like if you speak louder, you can hear the enunciation better. I feel like that's why. But yeah, I don't know,
man. I think if I went to Japan and then I didn't understand them and then they said it louder to me, I'd be like scared. I'd be like,
No, the thing is like in Japan, Japanese people, they're really shy most of the time and like kind of introverted, so they don't really speak loud or not too loud. What they do instead is they start speaking in English, and that's even worse because usually it's like, because they have their own like kind of like, because when you say like cheesecake, for example, in Japanese, they have like Japanese English, they'll be like cheesecakey. And then for somebody who hasn't watched any anime or whatever, that can be really confusing. And I've literally seen people get like cheesecakey. What's that? Like they cannot like process that means cheesecake in English, and it just gets even more confusing. And when I see it, it's so funny.
Actually, this is like pretty hyper specific for Japan because I like have been there twice now. But like, I've noticed that Japan is a complicated language, but I feel like people overcomplicate it. Like, you will be surprised how many words in English are like basically the same in Japanese in everyday life. And you're just like, wait, what? This is really how you say this? Like, what? Like, it's not that hard.
Like a lot of things, you know how we just like say like PC or computer in English? They say pasokon, and for some reason in my head I didn't really understand, like, you can tell that it's like a Japanese English word, but it's like, what is it? And I didn't understand that it was like personal computer. But just like shortened, like paso, like personal kong, like computer. That's what they do all the time. And it's so confusing. And sometimes I'm just like, they shorten the words, to make it easier in Japan. But like when I hear it, I'm just like, what? Sometimes it's really confusing. It's funny though.
Yeah, good luck there. I'm sure it's gonna be really fun.
It will be fun. Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, have fun. Okay, next up. Hi, Mysta and ENNA. Trying not to go too deep into it, but 2 years ago I had a surgery that changed and saved my life, but left me with some changes in my body. It's not something a lot of people are familiar with, and I usually am very open with it because I want to help normalize and spread awareness about this kind of situation, but deep inside I'm always worried about people not accepting me or no one ever being attracted to me anymore when I tell them about it. I actually feel guilty about it too because I shouldn't be feeling that way. I should be grateful that I'm alive, right? It's like I'm being ungrateful or something. Do you have any advice to help me deal with body dysmorphia and dealing with being rejected because of this detail about my body, which will happen sooner or later?
That's a difficult one, yeah.
It is difficult.
I can relate on the fact that, like, you feel guilty about being ungrateful, just in general, because, like, I mean, we are all very, like, especially, you know, I'm just gonna speak for myself, but I'm very privileged, you know, because I have a roof over my head, I have clothes, I have water, and I've always had that.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people do in the world.
Yeah.
And when something bad happens to me, or if I'm in a difficult situation, I feel bad that the situation is happening, but also I feel bad that I feel bad in the first place, because it's like, I mean, I have my necessities, so I shouldn't be complaining, right? But the thing is like, even if your situation isn't like as quote unquote worse as someone else's, you're still allowed to feel bad. Because if it makes you like uncomfortable, or if you just feel bad, then you don't have to add on to that feeling of feeling guilty or bad even more by like not allowing yourself to feel bad, because that's just unnecessary. It takes a little bit of time to kind of like adjust to that feeling, but I still feel guilty when I complain about things, but you know, it's okay to do that. So I just want to put that out there. Whatever it is, it's okay to feel bad from something that makes you uncomfortable, or something that makes you sad or angry. It's just being human.
Yeah, I'd say with body dysmorphia, I can definitely relate. Because when I joined this company, I didn't have body dysmorphia, but like I do. Probably like the first 3 months into it, I started having it. For a lot of probably obvious reasons, like people just getting into shit that they shouldn't, right? And my reaction to it was to be pretty extreme. I started like starving myself. I started like just looking at myself, hating the way I looked. And I started getting some really bad mindsets and shit. Because I wasn't the way that I guess people want me to be. And I've only recently started to get sort of out of this. I'm still in this, but I'd say like, just you are you. If someone doesn't accept you, then who the fuck gives a shit? You're never gonna talk to them again. You're never gonna see them again. Whatever. I get that, like, maybe if you want to get close to someone, like you want to start a relationship, and you're insecure that they're not going to like accept you for who you are, maybe because of something that you're insecure about in your body. I think if you get into the position where you're close enough to where you want to date them, and like they like you a lot, I don't think something like that will ever bother them as much as it bothers yourself. Because like we've kind of said before in other things, like you as yourself is the most harsh normally compared to anyone else, like with a skill or on your own body. And you notice these things more. And I get, like, if it's like a surgery thing, maybe it's more noticeable to people, you know, visually, maybe. I don't know exactly what it is. But that has not stopped a lot of people from finding friendship, love, companionship, just enjoying their life. And I think the one thing you need to just do is try your best every day to find one thing you like about yourself. Just one.
Write it down.
Yeah, and write it down. And, you know, maybe the next day you're not feeling that part of yourself. You're feeling a different part. Write that down. By the end of it, you're going to look at this list and go, wait, on these different days, I've liked all these different parts of myself. So, you know, like, why can't I just like all of myself now, you know? And slowly over time, you will come to find that you don't actually care about others' opinions. You just care about your own opinion. And when you realize that, you'll slowly start to stop being so hard on yourself. Because you're the way you've written this and the way I feel, it's always like, oh, what if this other person feels this way about me? But they haven't felt that way about me yet. I'm just assuming they're going to. And beating myself up for thinking like predicting they're gonna feel that way, right? But that hasn't even happened. So don't beat yourself up for something that hasn't even happened, you know, like in the future or whatever.
Yeah. I would even say, like, you know, if you have the available resources as well, especially with like body dysmorphia, it's mostly a psychological thing, right?
Yeah.
And that can be really, really hard. Like physical things, like you can see, but psychological things you can't see. So it's sometimes very difficult to deal with a problem that you don't even know what it looks like, right? So if you do have the available resources, I would even go as far as to like actually like look up like a therapist in that field, like talk to someone. There's even probably like hopefully groups where a lot of people suffer from body dysmorphia as well. And it just helps to kind of talk it out with people who can relate, and people who are in similar situations, because then you start, because the important thing about something like that, aside from sharing the same situation, is you get out of your head, you know? You don't isolate yourself thinking like, oh my god, I'm like the only one who looks like this, blah blah blah.
It feels like this.
It's really
like
important.
This.
It's really important to know that like no matter what situation you have, there's always going to be someone else who can relate on it.
Exactly.
Right? So you need to find those people to kind of like understand like, oh yeah, I really am not alone in this. Like, it's a difficult process. And honestly, I don't have body dysmorphia, I think. But I'm probably like the average kind of insecure about my body sort of thing. I always joke about being a virgin, and it's not a joke, guys. But a big part of it that I don't really talk about is because I'm really not that comfortable with my own body. So that's like a big factor to that. And I think like it's more common than people think. Like I think it's more common that people are uncomfortable with their bodies than people who are. So it's good to like talk about it.
And like if you're like really socially anxious and you don't want to go outside, there's always online, there's so much resources online, they're always there. This doesn't really work for everyone, but something that I have been doing is listening to I don't know, I find it might be a little bit cringe, but I don't care. This is what I do. I listen to YouTube like inspirational videos. They're just playing
sort of?
Not even TED Talks. It's like people playing quotes from different interviews of different like influential people giving advice back to back to back.
Motivational speakers.
Yeah, like motivational videos. And it really does work. You really?
I do the same. I'll have like these weird times where I'll just like, I watched what's this, Matthew McConaughey did like a really good like motivational speech, and I was like so inspired for like 3 days after that. I was like, yeah, if Matthew McConaughey can get here, I can too.
Weirdly enough, it works. Like I don't know what it is.
It hypes you up, but then the rest of it is on you, right? You gotta do the work too.
Well, yeah, I hope that answers your question. Just take the time for yourself and try to not be so hard on yourself but not instantly. Take your time.
Take the time to learn about yourself and love yourself. Learning is also learning to like love yourself too.
Exactly. Dear Enna and my ex Oshi, I'm Ginfo. From my experience, I always live under low self-confidence. It just felt like I'm invisible and have no good qualities that deserve anyone's, like, lol. Even now, I've actually been trying very hard to be useful and funny to keep relationships I have right now. I know that's really toxic, but I do analyze people's preference and turn into what they like. I don't know, it's a confidence-related thing. Please give me some advice.
Oh my god. I used to do that too. Basically, what you feel like is you feel like you're water. You can literally shape into anything. I almost feel like proud about the fact that I can like bend myself backwards to like anybody. Which, I mean, it's like, it's not a bad skill to learn, but it's definitely like one that takes a lot out of you. So.
Yeah. I think I had something to say and I completely mind broke. Let me think again. I need to reread it.
I feel like if you find yourself trying too hard for like a friendship, like going out of your way, like going out of your boundaries, like if you feel exhausted from a friendship, it's a good sign that that friendship might not be for you. But the thing is like it could go both ways. It's not always the other person that is expecting you to be a certain way. It could also just be you yourself thinking that people expect you to be a certain way.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not necessarily, oh, my friend, you know, expects me to do this, and be like this. And sometimes that friend doesn't expect anything, and you're kind of just doing it because...
Yeah, you just think they do.
Yeah, you just think that they do. And that's really nice of you, and that's very considerate, and that's a great flexibility to have, but it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And so you should probably reevaluate, like, are my friends the type of people really okay if I didn't do this, and would they still be my friend? And if they are, then that's a really great sign because you've made really good friends.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if this relates with anyone in the chat, but anyone who is like this and tries to be like what other people like, I feel like we always get told the same thing, and that thing is, oh my god, I feel like I've known you forever. And the reason why they feel that way is because you literally like try your damn hardest to adapt to every single thing that they like, so they like you back.
Yeah.
So you become them, but then you're not actually them in real life. So then slowly over time it becomes exhausting, because it's exhausting to not be yourself.
Yeah.
Just like as a VTuber, it's exhausting to pretend to be...
you were gonna say
Yeah, I mean, if you're pretending to be a character instead of...
It's exhausting.
You know, that shit is exhausting, man. So, you know, I think just stop making yourself exhausted on purpose. It's not worth it, and if your friends are really close, like Enna said, they won't leave you. And if for some reason they did, well, now you know that they weren't good friends.
You don't need them.
Yeah, now you know you don't need them, and it hurts, but it's like, man, fuck them. Fuck them, dude. You don't need them.
It hurts more to pretend to be like somebody else you're not.
You're better than them. Fuck them. Also, Petra! Thank you for the raid, Petra! Peto.
And Tomo! Thanks for the raid!
Thank you, Peto. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I hope that advice worked. Or helped somewhat.
Tried my phone.
Yeah. Let me see.
There you go.
Damn, it kind of seems like, weirdly enough, a lot of people are talking about the whole Asian parent thing. Like, there's a lot of them. Like Asian households.
It's a generational trauma thing.
Someone said, "I'm a doomed Filipino."
Honestly. I wish Babu was here. She probably could relate.
I mean, I can relate. I'm British and Filipino. I'm like the worst.
You're half Filipino. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
I'm literally the fucking worst combination you could be. Like, my life is over, bro. My life's over.
Why did they say that? Like, oh my god, I had another friend who is also half Filipino and half white. And he said the exact same thing. Wait, but like, is this like a joke? Is this a joke?
This is a joke. There's like an infamous like there's an infamous Filipino like like meme from years ago. It was like some fucking like 4chan shit where it's like it's like a Pepe with a fork going into like a plug socket, and it says like had one chance in life is Filipino, and it spread around like everywhere. And I remember like dying of laughing with my Filipino friends at the time. And I think this is like a universal thing. I legitimately feel like a lot of Filipino. I swear to God, every Filipino has seen that meme. I swear, bro. I swear. And like, I just joke about it. Yeah, Filipino diva.
I don't really see. I don't understand. Like, I guess I just don't understand like the root of the joke, I guess. I mean, like, my bestest friend is Filipino, so I don't see like a problem in being Filipino. You know?
I think it's just like Filipinos are quite self-deprecating when they make jokes, and then I'm British, which is like double self-deprecating. So I'm just
Oh
like...
yeah, I know like the British culture. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm just like triple. Yo, give
That's
it a
funny.
you. Don't want people that I like... Oh wait, I just don't want people that I like to get disappointed by me, but thanks to the advice. Yeah, I mean, the people that you like, it's probably all in your head that they're gonna be disappointed by you.
If people get disappointed by you for you being yourself, then they should be disappointed in the fact that they treat other people like that.
Yeah.
Because if you're just being yourself and they don't come to some sort of understanding, you don't need people who like are not flexible like that.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of these questions are actually like really deep. I thought it would be more like,
like funny.
Hi, Mysta. How do you make a cake but also make it?
I mean, there's one good one
like
here.
Eggplant.
All right, you know what? I'll get one more lighthearted. Okay. Here, I got
I don't
one.
mind, I'm just saying.
I think it's good to spice it up a bit. Here's a lighthearted question.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hello, my adorable Oshis. What do you think consists of a great funeral? Don't worry, I'm not killing myself or anyone.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for writing that last sentence. I was gonna say, like, oh god, Mysta, we chose the wrong advice.
Wait, actually, do you have, like, a specific thing you want for a funeral?
Yeah, okay, this is so weird. I don't really have anything specific that I want for my funeral, but every time I get in my own head and I think that, like, I want to disappear or die, I get into this weird spiteful thought. I'm just like, if I died right now, everybody would miss me and they would just be the nicest they've ever been to me at my funeral, except that I would never see it. That's literally what I always think about when I get too dark in my head. I'm just like, if I died right now, every single one of these people in my life would be like, I regret not being nicer to her or noticing her. Yeah, that's literally what I think all the time.
So you don't even think about your funeral, you just think about...
I don't even think about like what I want for my funeral. I just think, yeah, I'm gonna have a funeral and all of you guys are gonna be upset that you did not like try hard enough.
Oh
that's just
God.
Coming from somebody who's like too flexible, so that's my own fault. So
would you want to
Nobody's
be
really
buried or like cremated or...
oh, I guess like honestly, if I don't mind just being buried in the dirt, but please just make sure that I'm actually dead. I don't want to like wake up and be like, oh, you know, that's scary. I don't even care if they like burn me into ashes because like
then you're
that's
definitely
like, so
dead.
bad for the fucking pollution, you know. So, I don't mind decomposing with like the fucking worms. as
Oh
long as
my
I'm not
God!
alive.
Chat!
What?
Isn't that... Dude, that is exactly what I said a few days ago. Wait, I had this
really?
exact conversation with my chat literally a few days ago, and I said, throw me to the fucking worms and let them eat me. I don't care.
I think that's the best thing, no?
It is.
Because then you're like fertilizer, and then maybe there's like an
Yes.
apple tree that blossoms on top of my dead body. Like, you're
Exactly.
welcome.
Then you live
And
in
then
the
every
trees.
time somebody has those apples, it's like, yeah, you're welcome. I fertilized these, so yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plus,
Give me good
funerals cost so
karma.
much. They cost so much money. Like,
They
no,
do.
man. I don't want that.
You want
I'm
an
dead.
expensive funeral, or do you want some high quality grade apples?
Exactly.
Because I'm dead. Like, who cares? I'm dead.
Exactly.
I don't like. Even if you do the most grandest, I'm not gonna be there to experience
Right?
it, guys.
That's
I
why
don't
I'm like,
fucking care.
why spend so much money on a funeral when, like, I'm not gonna see it? I'm fucking
You could
deceased,
literally
bro.
not show up, and I would never
Yeah,
know.
like, and it's like, people will go, oh no, but it's disrespectful. It's like, I'm literally telling you it's not disrespectful. Like, save your money, man.
Respect somebody who's dead.
That's a controversial statement, but sure. Like...
I mean, like, you know, in front of them, I guess. Okay, I mean, I
I get what you
understand
mean, though.
respecting the dead, but like, I mean, for me, like, if you disrespect me, I wouldn't know. Like, this one
Yeah.
person, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't care. Like, what am I gonna do? Throw ghost hands at you? Like, they'll just go through you, man. Nothing's gonna happen.
Okay, but what if there is the possibility that you could witness your own funeral?
If I could, oh...
I would troll so hard.
Yeah.
I'd just like, if they did a funeral for me, I'd be like shoving the chairs over and be like, I don't know, raising my dead corpse hand and be like, hello.
If I have a funeral, I really want to like write down in my will that it has to be a certain way. So then they have to do it, and then like make them play like some really shitty dubstep or something, like while I'm being lowered, or like something really cringe, you know, like anything that's super cringe and make everyone there uncomfortable. Like maybe, oh no, if I'm getting lowered, I want the person to be like giving my prayers or whatever as I'm being lowered to be dressed up in a clown suit. And then he has to honk his fucking clown nose every single inch it goes down into the ground while he's speaking. And that would be amazing.
You know they would do it, you know.
Yes, if it's written in my will, I would. Oh my god, yes. You already writ 2 wills? Shut the fuck up.
Wait, you've written wills? Like an actual one?
Oh no, well, I writ like on my last schedule on Twitter. I put, I appoint the mistakes to all my assets after I pass away, except for all my equipment, gaming PC, setup, consoles, jewelry, wealth, investments, including land, organs, body parts, and instruments.
Okay, just don't write a will. I don't know. You literally made a will to write that you would not.
No, they can
will.
have everything else other than that.
What else is there?
my clothes, yeah. My clothes.
Your clothes? Yeah, honestly, they would buy your clothes. That's the thing. You could fart and you could probably sell it for like a good $5 on fucking eBay or something.
Oh my god. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's see. See if we got any good ones here. Let's see.
I just love how you said, like, I'm gonna be with mom.
Mom? Oh.
Like Nina?
I'm dying?
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna be with mom. I'm gonna be dead like mom. I'm just like... Damn, Mysta, damn.
I'm sorry. Wow, proofreading is so fucking hard.
You just skim it.
I'm trying, but sometimes they say big words, and I'm like, what does that mean?
You can also send it to me. I can proofread it too.
There's so many. Well, hold on. Maybe this one's good.
There's quite a bit.
The thing is, a lot of these we've answered already. The thing is, guys, if you can take anything away from the stream, look on this hashtag, the MENA device thing. You'll notice that a lot of the people here have the same problems you do. And if that's the case, you're not alone. Clearly, you're not. Because literally all these people are doing the same thing as you. They're all feeling the same way. So really, never think you're alone in this or you're weird for feeling like this. Because you have literal proof on this hashtag right now.
Yeah. And also, like, I know there's a lot of people here, but if you think about it, this is within, like, a community. So it's not even that far of a reach, right?
Yeah.
So if there's people who feel like this who are in your community and within reach, just think about how many more people there are, like, around the world.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is only one small section of the world.
Yeah, and you can already find so many people you can relate to.
Alright, this one is a bit more lighthearted. Love advice! So,
that's my expert, okay.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I like someone at school. Flushed emoji heart. And it's been 1 year since I like him. I became his friend, but I don't really see that there is any progress between me and him. Oh. How do I riz him up, dear Lord Fox and Bird? Pre.
Oh my god, so she's in the friend zone right now. Okay, girl. Wait, have you ever, like, liked someone who's, like, your friend, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
And what did you do?
I dated them.
What the fuck? Okay, wow. Alright, so we got 2 routes, okay? We got the route where, like, you dated your friend, and you got the route where you stayed stagnant and you don't. Okay, so what did you do?
Well, okay, this happened a few times. But the way it happens is, like, I'd be friends with them, I hang out with them all the time, they do everything together, and then you just kind of realize that you enjoy your time together more than with anyone else. And you're just like, you know what? Well, the way I do, I was like, you want to just like start dating and see how it goes? Like, I think it's more awkward if you say, yo, like, I have a crush on you, you know, and I really want to date you. I think that's more awkward, because if they say no, then you're like, really, you've weirded out your friendship. But if as you're getting close with them and stuff, you get close for a long time, like a year or something, and then you're like, well, you know what? Like, I feel really close to you. And like, I don't know if this is weird or anything, but have you ever considered like dating me ever? Or anyone like me or whatever? And that's what I've done. And then they're normally like, yeah. And then...
Normally.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm not even saying... Oh, is it lagging again? Or is it good? I think it's fine.
I think you're good.
I'm not saying this to flex, but I've never been rejected before.
Wow, Mysta. For the majority of us who have been rejected, let me come in through the door
maybe.
right now. Okay, don't worry, guys. I got you. Okay.
Maybe my advice is good then.
Speaking for the uglies and for the, a little bit inadequates of the world, yeah, I'm here for you. Okay. There's nothing wrong with being rejected. It makes you stronger. You're more powerful. Every single rejection you go through, you become better and stronger than everyone else around you. Okay.
True.
That's number one, okay? Number two. You know what? Like Mysta said, just go for it. My biggest problem was that I could never just like go for it because I'm too in my head and I'm just like, oh my god, like, there comes to a point where I'm just like, oh my god, they wouldn't like me, or like I would just like, hinder their life because, low-key I hate myself. But also there will come to like some point where I'll start picking on them too. I'll be like, oh, like this person, they can't do this, they can't do that, like I'm gonna be miserable. You start finding all these reasons as why you shouldn't, but the biggest reason is just because I'm a posy. That's about it. So like if you can get through that obstacle, good for you, because then it probably will get easier. Yeah.
I think it really depends a lot sometimes on how serious you want the relationship to be. Like,
true.
If you want it to be like a real serious and you're at school, I don't think that's possible most of the time. Like, this is just like a harsh reality, but I would say maybe 8 out of 10 times, any high school relationship you get into is not going to be lasting very long. Like, you get out of high school and then like it lasts like a year and you're done.
I recently met like 2 friends.
Yeah.
Who told me they were like high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
And I never believed in that because I just think it's just so unlikely.
Yeah.
It's very rare, I think. But yeah, I do agree with Mysta. Most of the time, it's probably not gonna be like a long last. I think you start realizing that relationships are more serious once you get out of high school, like school in general, in my opinion. I think
I like to see it as the same way as getting like a pet for the first time, right? Like, I'm not comparing people to pets or whatever, but like imagine a dog, right? But for both genders, I'm not trying to be weird. Imagine a dog, right? When you get a dog, some bad owners, do you know what they do? They say they want a dog, and then they get a dog, but they never prepared for it, and they don't have the facilities or time to invest into the dog, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you get into a relationship because you just have a crush on them, but you don't have the foundation in your life to warrant being in a relationship, it's going to end, and you will be sad, they will be sad, and you've done everything for nothing. And that is the worst feeling. Because then it's like, what if in the future, if I was still friends with this person, we both set in life, we could have like dated. But now I feel like maybe there's no chance because we've dated before and we think it's never going to happen. Right? And sure, you can have a crush on them and then maybe they end up going out with someone else and that feels like shit. But again, these relationships normally don't last. Right? And the people you have a crush on at that time doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. And don't get into a relationship when you're not ready. I have fucking done it. Like, I know I said, like, oh my god, I never been rejected. I've been in quite a few relationships, okay? And the reason why I say that's not a flex is because I mean, they fucking ended. And you know how if you've experienced a breakup before, it's fucking bad, man. It feels like shit. And getting into too many relationships too quickly was one of my worst things. The worst thing I could ever fucking do. Don't do that, man. It sucks. I know you want to be like, man, I need someone nearby. But it's not worth it, man. It's not. Be realistic.
Well, I think, honestly, I don't disagree with what you say, but I don't think it's not worth. Like, you are much more mature after.
I think it's only worth it. Like, it's only worth it if you acknowledge that there is a high chance that it could fail, and you're not like delusional. Because if you are like that, then when it does happen, you've learned something. Like that means the next relationship you're in, you actually learned something. You know?
Yeah.
And there's a higher chance that next one won't fail. But if you're just delusional,
you're more, like,
then
for it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, expectation.
Well, the thing is like, you know, some people need to, you know, just because there's so many different people in this world.
Yeah.
Some people, it takes like one really bad relationship for them to be like, oh yeah, I gotta really like, you know, make sure that I'm safe in the next one. You know my boundaries, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then for some other people, it takes like an extra 10. And, you know, it sounds like the extra 10 does suck, but everybody has their own process of like getting to a point where it's just like, yeah, do I want to be in a committed, serious relationship, or do I just want to kind of like play around? Either way, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just the learning process is kind of like different for everyone. But I always think that like it sucks to go through these things, but I wouldn't want to say that it's not worth it at all, because you always end up learning something from it.
Yeah, it's only not worth it if you like if you're delusional about it. Like if you
and usually that's a very like hardcore case in my opinion.
I feel like a lot of people in school, they really have this mindset that their first love is going to be their last. Like, oh my god, love at first sight.
Yeah, I do think that's like a little bit of a stretch.
I had that.
Like most...
I did have that, admittedly. And then it just
I kind of had that too. I think if it's your first relationship, you're gonna probably like get wishy-washy with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so glad my first relationship was not my last one, because oh my god. You know where I had my first kiss? In a hotel, like in a hotel lobby. I don't even know which hotel. It was terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, no warning. The guy just looked both ways as if we were crossing the streets, because his mom was there. He was trying to look for if his mom was nearby, and then he just like kissed me. And then I was just like, what just fucking happened? I thought we were gonna go eat dinner. And that was my first ever kiss. I was in my head, I was like, oh, Christmas tree, lights, snowfall.
Yeah, like the romantic. Yeah.
The fucking hotel lobby that I can't remember the hotel of. Like,
yeah,
damn.
That was like the same for me, actually. Like, not in a hotel. It was, I don't know if it was worse, but it was outside a fucking chip shop. Like a fish and chip shop.
Shit.
Like,
British.
we were like parting ways. And like, she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go now. Are you gonna give me a kiss? And I was like, oh, kiss? I don't know how to fucking do that. And then like they gave me a kiss with like tongue for the first time. Like it was my first kiss and it was tongue, right? And I legitimately wanted to vomit.
Why?
Because
not brush your teeth.
It was like not a feeling I was used to, you know? I was like, oh,
not ready for it, I guess. Like,
yeah.
prepared.
I wasn't prepared. I wasn't like expecting it to be that sloppy. And you know, I didn't expect. Ow! Fuck. I didn't expect there to be so much saliva wiping after. You know what I mean? And like,
okay, I'm not an expert on kissing, but if it's going everywhere, I don't think that's a proper
exactly.
kissing.
So I didn't really do anything. I let them kiss me because I didn't know what the fuck to do.
No,
I just kind of leaned in.
You let them eat your face. That's what you did. She was, the fish and chips were not enough. She was like, damn, that was a sad lunch. Let me have seconds.
It was not nice. And then, like, I didn't really want to have any kisses for a long while after that.
She got traumatized.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel better about mine. Mine was just more like a peck on the lip, and I was just like, wow. Damn. All right,
oh
then.
my god.
Yeah, that's funny.
Jesus.
I felt more joy from holding hands. I was like, oh my god, I'm holding hands with somebody.
Oh my god, holding hands for the first time, my heart raced so hard.
My hands were so sweaty.
Yeah, same.
I'm nasty as
So
fuck. I was just like,
sweaty.
shit. I promise you, my hands are not sweaty by default.
The thing is, my hands are one of the only places that actually do sweat a lot. So on top of, like, being nervous, it was just horrible. So
like free
bad.
Britta. Oh, and they also asked, like, how do I raise him up? Okay, guys.
Oh.
This is something I do, okay?
Okay.
If you are a pussy, but you still want to hint that you like them without telling them, I guess if you're like, okay, if this is like high school shit, like, you know, and you're just kind of playing around, then, you know, this is what I would do. Okay, if I was still in high school and I am how I am now,
Yeah.
what I would do is I'd be like, every occasion or situation that you're put in, you'll always insert like, oh yeah, maybe we should date,
Oh, like
oh,
you
yeah,
kind of.
you like this game too? Oh my god, I think we should marry each other, like tomorrow. Just kidding. Who would want to marry you? Nasty.
That's your real.
Yeah, that's how I would do. I'd be like if they enjoy
even...
a dish, I'd be like, yo, I can make this dish every day, like with my eyes closed. I can make it when I'm dead too. every night, every morning.
I had like a really, oh my god. I know what everyone will say, but like I was the teaser. I would tease the people I liked a lot. Like I don't know. Like if they like said anything to me, I'd be like, "What? No." And be shy about it, but then I'd also tease them about shit. Yeah, like the Cinderella fucking bullshit. Yeah, literally like that.
Oh, you'd be like, oh my god, you're so like...
Yeah, you're so annoying. Oh my god.
The only problem is I tease a lot of my friends too the same way. So it's like you can't really tell.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like only like that towards people I liked, which made it so fucking obvious that I liked them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like my personality switches up immediately, and then everyone around me is like, why are you like that with them? And...
Cute.
Ugh,
I know that happens, which is why I don't do that.
Oh. Like everyone around you like noticing?
Yeah, I know that that sort of scenario happens often, which is why I'm very good at like how do I say this? Like adjusting myself so I don't like particularly stand out.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the moment people around you notice, it's when stuff starts to get ruined, actually. Like, because
Not
then they try... I mean, for me, people try to, like, push me towards doing stuff that, like, is not comfortable. Or they'd be like, hey, do you know that this person likes you? And it's like, bro, what? Why you do that, man?
I feel like usually for guys they would like more outwardly be like, oh my god, Mr. likes you, know that they will say shit like that. I've seen that happen in school. But then for girls it's like more private. They'd be like, do you like this person? Do you like this person? You do,
really?
Right?
Because when I was
like,
in school, it was the opposite.
Like one of my girlfriends like kind of got some kind of hint from me. They'll be like, you like this person, don't you? You do, right? You can tell me. I won't tell anyone. I'll be like, stop. Like seriously, you're annoying me.
Oh god, you give me so many flashbacks, man. I remember there was this like, so this girl came up to me and was like, I think this girl likes you. Like, do you like them back? And I did, but I was like, I don't know. And they were like, well, if you ever think you do, tell me. I was like, oh? And I didn't have anyone to tell, really. So then I remember going back that day, and then I messaged him on Facebook, because this is when Facebook was, like, really popping. It was, like, so many years ago. I think, like, 2010 or something, 2009. And I messaged him on Facebook, and I was like, hey, you know what? You were right. I was just really shy at the time. I actually really do like that girl. Do you have any advice? And then, holy fuck, it was the worst thing ever. They replied, and they were like, hi, this is... insert another girl's name from the class here. I'm using her Facebook right now. And, like, I've seen what you said, haha. And I was like... Oh,
this is why you must always talk to that person in face-to-face, you know? You never know who is behind the screen.
Yep. And then, like, that girl that read the message would, like, tease about it and be like, and kind of, like, ruined any chance of me wanting to be with this person. I was like, fuck this, man.
Yeah, it gets awkward. Like, sometimes, like, sometimes I've had moments where even if I didn't like someone, like, my friends would fucking think that they're, like, psychic or something, but they would be completely wrong. They're like, I know you like this person. I'm just like, I'm telling you right now, I don't. Like, please don't try to, like, dig anything out of me. They're like, no. You definitely do. Even if you don't know it. I've had friends like that. It's super annoying. It's just like, can you stop? Can you, like, just find your own love instead of, like, you know, projecting onto me, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, exactly. Why did they even reply to you? Bro, I was like 8. Oh wait. I was like I was like a certain age that makes sense to my law during that time. Like, bro.
My God. The fuck? I thought this was some high school shit. You were 8? That doesn't even matter then. The fuck? Damn.
Yeah. But it was embarrassing though. It was embarrassing.
It probably was. I had a crush when I was in elementary school, and like I had a crush on like one of these twins. They were like identical twins, right? But I could tell them apart because I liked one of them, right? And then so like he liked me too, but like his brother would always tease him about it. And one time his brother like pantsed him in front of me. And I was just like, and he was so embarrassed that he didn't talk to me for like the next 2 weeks. But in my head, I was like, oh my God, he wears like polka dot underwear.
Oh my God.
That's so cute. Yeah, he was so nice to me. Like, you know how we had recess in elementary school, right? So every time we had like indoor shoes and outdoor shoes.
We had like
when you when you went back into the class, you would have to change into your indoor shoes. And like a lot of the kids, they kind of just like kick their shoes off, and I did that too. I was one of those kids. But he would always like put he would arrange them like only my shoes, and I noticed that.
Oh,
so,
what?
I know he always did it for me, and to the point where like I would do it on purpose to see if he would still do it for me, and I'd be like, oh my God, I like this.
Damn, that is pretty cute actually. Oh my God.
And then I had to I had to move schools. And I remember, like, that was my last day there, and he was just, like, standing literally outside the school building door, just, like, waving bye to me. And that was my first time feeling genuinely really upset, like, in a romantic... I was, like, 12 or 13 or something.
Damn, man. That sucks.
That was the most love drama I've ever had in my life. Like, I've never had anything since. Like, seriously. That was the most dramatic thing ever.
Oh man, that's like actual romance drama, like written.
I know. After that, like, all the men suck. I was like, bro, what happened to that like fucking twin?
Yeah, what happened to that guy? Oh my God.
I need to find him again. Hello, are you still Franklin? Just kidding.
Wait, have you ever seen like? Did they look like the blonde twins that are on TikTok, like Da Vinci, like those type?
Well, he was Asian. They were both Asian, so they're not blonde. But like, yeah, they were identical. Like the teachers couldn't tell them apart, but I could. I don't know why. I could just.
How could you tell them?
Because I was in love.
Okay, was their voice different, or was it like very similar?
Oh, not particularly. Well, there's like, even if they are identical, there's like some features that are different. So like, just those slight differences, I would notice.
I'd be so scared to go out with a twin. Just because
Why?
I've seen so much NTR shit with like twins involved. I'm like, bruh, I ain't doing that shit.
Don't ruin my childhood with a wholesome romantic story, please. God.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, I've
Damn.
seen too many chat. I'm sorry. Scary. What if it happens one day? That'd be
Would you
horrible.
ever date a twin?
Yeah, no, I don't. I think if I could easily tell them apart, you know, but like if it's
Really?
identical twin, like completely identical,
Are
one
you
to
afraid
one.
of being attracted to both of them physically?
No, I'm afraid that like one day, one of them might be evil, like the other one that I'm not dating will be evil and pretend to be my girlfriend, and I won't notice because they're literally carbon copies, and then like completely cuck my girlfriend.
I'm not gonna lie, if you can't notice the subtle differences, then I'm gonna be like, bruh.
But that's why I'm saying like carbon copy. Like if they are exactly the same.
They're never gonna
but-
be a carbon copy. It's always
Yeah,
gonna be a
but if they
little
were
different.
just like twins and they have some differences, yes, I would date. But
Then you need to make up like a code where like, what is the password that only my twin the twin lover knows? Like the password is
yeah.
I'm a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I think so actually.
What if the room is dark, Enna? Then that's why you ask the password. Like, what's the password? Which twin are you?
Or yeah, not even like what's the password. You just have like a certain phrase that you ask, like,
Yeah.
oh, did you leave the oven on or something like that, and they'll be like, what?
Yeah.
It's a good idea. But then,
That's
how do you even explain that? Like, I don't know. Like if
I mean,
I feel like
if the
people would be
thought
mad at
comes
you.
up, why?
Like if you're, I've seen a lot of times. No, you know what? No, I haven't, bro. I've seen it in fucking. I've read it. Okay, I've read it in fiction NTR bullshit. So never
well, that's
mind.
fiction.
Never mind. I haven't seen it. What am I even fucking talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about, honestly.
Okay.
Maybe you're too
God.
cultured.
Too cultured, yeah. Holy fuck. Alright. Well, we have been going for a while now. I think 3 hours, so. I think
Yep,
it's
that's
good.
my limit.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
I think that's about our social battery, so. Thank you guys for joining today. Thank you, Enna, for joining me when I'm deceasing. Appreciate it.
Oh, I wanted to do one last one-on-one collab with you. I know you're probably gonna be really busy, so I asked early.
Yeah, thank you. I
Yeah.
mean, I always enjoy doing collabs with you. And honestly, I think a lot of times some really good clips come from our streams, so I'm sure there'll be some this time as well. Should be nice to
I
look back
had
on.
so much fun, Mysta. I'll miss you a lot. I'll miss collaborating with you.
Thank you. I will miss you too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're definitely in my top 3. For sure.
You don't have to say that. You're ready.
Well,
I already
actually,
have a soft spot for you.
you are like the top person I watch. I don't know if you know that, but I actually
Well,
watch your
that
streams.
explains all your mental illness then.
That is true. Wow,
Yeah.
that really does explain a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, some people in my chat told me, they're like, by the way, Anna, Mysta watches you the most, and you know, everybody's just like, oh my god, that's so sweet. In my head, I'm like, shit, all those people who thought Mysta was cuckoo, now they have like evidence. Now everything's just gonna be, you're gonna be like, oh my god, Mysta watches Anna, that makes so much sense. And I'm gonna be like, fuck, Mysta, why did you say that? Now everybody's gonna be like, no, what? Now everybody's gonna think that I have like 10 times the amount of mental illness that they already think that I do. And he's like, thanks for leaving the burdens on me, guys.
No one's gonna
I'm such a
think
negative
that.
Nancy.
Well, they
You're
probably
right,
will.
no one important.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, no one important. Of
Yeah.
course. Mm.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that you're leaving because, well, the thing is, like, I'm pretty selfish. We don't really talk and we don't really collab often. But, like, when you said you were leaving, I was like, damn, I am still sad, you know? I would like to keep you here. But
Yeah.
I know that, like, you have so much to give. I know you want to do so much more. So,
Yeah.
you know, even if I am not able to really, like, you know, appear in front of you as often as I already don't. Just know that I'll always support you wherever you are.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, there's nothing stopping us from like meeting offline. I mean, we kind of talked a little bit about this before too, actually.
I know, yeah. I do think like we'll probably meet offline.
Yeah,
at least
I think
one time.
I think so. I think it normally it will only really happen if like stars align, but I do think the stars will align. I do think
so too. I think the world is a lot smaller than you think.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, especially what I was talking about, like, you know. Anyways, I'll probably see you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna be like, okay, Mysta, I've had enough.
Yeah, after the first time, you're like, okay, I have my fill. Fuck this, bro. I'm glad you graduated. Fuck this shit.
Damn. My turn next.
She's joking, guys. She's joking. Promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Thanks for
joining.
From the beginning to the end.
More comfortable with Mysta
every time. It's been almost 2 years and we can't end.
Damn. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll see you around, Enna. Thanks for joining.
Are you gonna read the super chats?
Yeah, I'm gonna read a few of them now. Yeah.
Okay, mistakes, Alopees, thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun, and thanks, Mysta, for doing this spontaneous collab with me.
Yeah.
And enjoy the rest of your day. I will leave.
Thank you, Enna. Bye, Enna. Bye.
Bye, Mysta. Bye. Bye, chat.
Bye, 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 bye. You're still here. Oh. Okay, she's gone. She left! Hey! Everyone, make sure you subscribe to this stupid fucking bird over here. Or whatever the fuck she is. I don't even know what she is, to be honest. She's like... The fuck did she say to me? She said something. She mouthed something to me. She's not in Discord, so she's just... I look over here, and the moment I look over here, she starts fucking talking. I don't... Whatever. She's probably mouthing like... That's probably what she's saying right now. Anyway, make sure you guys go and subscribe to... Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Enna Alouette. She is a really cool person. She sings, she talks, she plays games, she cooks. She does a bit of everything, you know? The perfect waifu for you to spend your money on. Go check her out. Epic. She talks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our little talk. Also, don't take any of our advice super seriously, as we are all fucking stupid. Like, me and Enna are stupid, and we're not professionals. So, just to let you know, take everything we say as much, like, as a grain of salt as you can, because, you know, we're pretty much just dumb VTubers talking in our room, just giving our opinions. But, you know, none of our opinions are facts, so don't take it too seriously. If you actually want genuine advice, you should go to a gynecologist, and then get it sorted. Okay, so, I just want to say thank you, Anonymous, for the £1. Nash, thank you as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the Aussie debuff message. Kay, thank you for the 5 gifted. Let's see here. We got Caramel Mill, thank you for £20. The Boys is like, my first time watching VTubers and I was curious and didn't know that we were not supposed to know. Oh, I see. I probably shouldn't read this out loud. But yeah, no worries about that, Caramel. Don't worry, I'm sure a lot of people are the same way, so. But yes, please respect Liver's privacy. Don't try to dig into shit. It's a bit weird. Tinoy, thank you. Mr. asked, after hearing your past as a Filipino, me and my friend went the same thing you did. Be strong no matter how trash life is. Also, heart, Enna, love you by the way. I know, Enna left like this, bro. What is this shit? Din, slide to the left. Oh, wait. Slide to the left. Din, slide to the right. Din, crisscross. Din, din, crisscross. Din, din, cha-cha, real smooth. Anyway. Sakusa, thank you so much. Thanks for the head pat. Abby, thank you so much for the red super. The super's from Lika. Thank you so much for your kind advice, Mysta. Long live mistakes. Amen. Hey, amen, brother. Oh, whoops. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. What else is there? I feel like this is not showing all of my supers for some reason, so I'm sorry if I missed some. Oh, wait. And there's another one. Is that 2 red supers? Wait, there was 2 red supers from Ebby. The super's from Lika. Thank you so much for your kind advice, Mr. Da-da-da-da. The super's from Lika. Thank you so much for your kind advice, Enna. I will be your dumb-ass wife forever. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for the double red supers, Ebby. I really appreciate it. Virask. This is my first super. I hope you have a really nice birthday. Just wanted to ask, do you think changing career path is smart if you're passionate about it? I mean, it depends, you know? In my opinion, if you're really passionate about a certain career path, then, and you're confident that you want to pursue it, then you should try. Because you have a lot of time in your life to do stuff. If you're able to pursue a passion financially and not, like, be homeless, then, yeah, try it. Go for it. Because you might... The thing is, you might think, oh, but what if I waste, like, a whole year of my life? Well, you're not wasting it, because you're actually doing stuff. Like, I would say trying stuff out is never a waste of time. And you have so much time in your life to try stuff, so don't think you're on a time limit. And don't think you can't go back to stuff after a year. Like, give it a year, see how it's like, and if it's not for you, you can go back. It's not impossible to go back. Your experience doesn't disappear. You can go back to stuff. Luca Hara, thank you so much. Happy birthday! Thanks for the stream. Oh my god. My nose is getting blocked for some reason. What the fuck? Thanks for streaming today. I'm taking notes so I can use the device in the future. Thank you, Luca Hara. Ashley Alouette, thank you. Thank you guys for the stream. Mysta and Enna, thank you, Ashley. Nicole, thank you as well. Thank you for the stream. Thank you. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for your advice. Love you too. Thank you. Chan-chan, thank you so much. Thank you for the collab. Thanks. Karuki, thank you as well. Sorry I can't give much, but I just want to let you know this is such a fun stream. Hey, that's way more than enough. Thank you so much. Chow Chow, thank you as well. My Kamiyoshi stream together. Always love you two and the mistakes and alla peeps. Hey, thank you so much. Zin, thank you as well. Thank you for your advice, and Mysta. I really appreciate it a lot. I swear I didn't cry while listening. Thank you. Kagamitsu, thank you as well. Head pats for Mysta and mistakes. A name I don't know how to read said, love you, honey. Thank you so much. Flora Fufu, thank you for the 78 pounds. Thanks for today's stream, Mistar and NR. Hey, thank you. Dino, thank you as well. Sending love from Hawaii. Hawaii love these nuts. Hey, thank you, Hawaii. Hope you're doing well. Actually, I really like Hawaiian, like, dancing. I remember in my school, I had to do a Hawaiian dance performance one time for like the school play thing, and it was so fun. Let me see what else. Yo-Yo, thank you. Thanks for all the kind advices. Thank you. And Cal, thank you as well. Thanks for the fun stream and kind advice. Thank you. I feel like I need to blow my nose. Hold on. I gotta mute my mic. Bruh, all of a sudden I got like a really stuffy nose. I don't even know where this came from. Just all of a sudden. Classic UK. Whatever. Being with ENNA made your nose stuffy? No, that's not true. That is not true. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Also, I hope you guys like the schedule that we have here. I have the 20-day schedule. So tomorrow we're going to be playing Missing Children. Missing Children horror game. And then after that we're going to do Ring Fit. We're going to do something with Mika. We're going to do Dead by Daylight with Doppio Vanta Hexacotica. We're going to do a cooking with Cridgester Rias, which is me. We're going to do Minecraft Never Speedrun. We're going to do hand cam painting. We're going to do something with Albin. We're going to do something with Niji Pets. We're going to do a crab game with a bunch of people. We're going to do a Mysta ASMR finale. We're going to do Only Up with Harmonica. We're going to do Goat Simulator 2. And then 23 and 24 are, like, being worked on right now. So we'll see. 25th, it's either going to be a karaoke again, but a different type of karaoke, or it's going to be something else. That's why I put potentially, I don't know. It really depends. And then 26th will be the beginning of my death, where I'm going to try to go over, like, anything that, like, what is it? Like, the community has made or anything. I'll probably do it on the 26th. And the 27th will just be, like, talking with people, I think. It'll just be, like, counting down my day, my hours until I die. And then, that's it. That's all the streams. It doesn't sound like much when I say them out loud, but it is... it is around 20 streams, so... yeah. When you read it out like that, it really doesn't sound like much left, but... yeah... it is what it is, man. We're getting close. We're getting close. No Luxiem collab? I mean, I'm trying to keep shit kind of low. I mean, what do you think the fucking question marks are? Also, I said I was trying to get karaoke done with Luxiem. Don't start the Luxiem drama, bro. I swear to fucking God. Don't start. There is stuff I want to do with Luxiem, but I'm trying to keep it on the down low, okay? I don't want to see some shit like, oh my god, there's no Luxiem in his fucking schedule. Oh my god, fucking hell. He hates Luxiem. Shut the fuck up. Don't want to see that. Before anyone starts doing that shit. We are doing shit. It's just I'm trying to get shit sorted, because everyone's having their own shit, like, lives right now. Everyone's got their own shit going on, and it's really unfortunate timing, so we're trying to sort shit out. So don't even start with that shit. But yes. That is the schedule. Not much time left. No, I am going to do a membership stream. I just don't know which day to do it. But the plan is to do a double stream for the membership stream. The last one. So I'll do, like, a membership stream probably early. And then I'll do the normal stream at normal time. At least that's the idea. Yeah, I'm planning on buying a whiteboard. I've actually been looking already. And I think I'm going to try to, I don't know, on the membership stream, just, like, write down people's names and shit. That's probably what I'm going to do. Yeah. So. Oh my god, my nose is so blocked, bro. Min Jen Yang, thank you so much. My two issues together make me happy. Hey, thank you. Alicia, thank you so much. Thank you for today's suggestion. Many are useful. I miss you in the future. Hope the luck with you all the time. Hey, thank you. Yo, what the fuck? Did you guys you guys just heard me live get an illness? Like, what the fuck happened? I was fine. What happened? That was so weird. Like, I just started getting an illness live on stream. What the hell? Oh my god. That's so weird. Yeah, you guys literally witnessed like me go from completely normal for like 3-4 hours to just having a blocked nose and coughing. What happened, man? Alright. Alright, thank you so much. Hi, Mr. Today's my birthday. I want to share with you the blessings I got today. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your blessings. I really appreciate it. Hey. Thank you for blessing me with your blessings. But yeah, I think we're going to end the stream here. Thank you all for joining. I will see you all tomorrow, where we're going to be playing a horror game. So yeah, thank you. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you check ENNA out. Yeah, make sure you... Listen, if you wanted a time to be a time capsule, leave a comment on my VODs, because these are like the last... Like, you can look back on them and be like, oh yeah, I commented on that day. So these are the last times to do it. Make sure you do that. Also, thank you, Hiraki. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you and ENNA share your various thoughts and experiences with me on my birthday. Hey, I hope you had a really good one. Thank you so much for the kind message. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Kagamitsu. My cat's decapitated Mr. Loaf. No. But yeah, thank you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day, night, morning. Have a nice every day. And thank you. I want to quickly check if Vox is still doing his like charity thing. I'll see if he is. Let's have a look if he is. He is. Okay, I'm going to raid him. If you want to go there, I'm going to redirect over to there. Vox charity stream, yes. And yeah, thank you guys for joining. Make sure you go say hi to Vox for me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. Thanks for the support. See you later. Bye.